Yo, what's good, everybody? Appreciate you checking in. We back. We
We
back.
back.
Unfortunately, I apologize to everybody out there. Couldn't do it last week. Had some stuff going on, but we back. We're gonna be rocking. I'm here. My guy Chris, Protect the Show podcast. Unfortunately, Severe Raider, he can't join us in the beginning. Let's hope that he can potentially come with us in the end, or sometime in between. But man, we're gonna hit you guys. We're gonna do some film breakdown. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, wins, losses, it ain't going our way, but there's things that we can still break down and things we can look forward to, going into next season. So I appreciate everybody pulling through. Chris,
Salute.
with Protect the Show podcast, man, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. It's been a good week at work, man. Everything's smooth, just trying to get to these holidays and enjoy talking about these Raiders, man. I can't lie though, man. It's tough watching these games, but I'm looking forward to the off season. I ain't gonna lie.
I think that's the tough part, man. Is just trying to deal all of this with the holidays coming up. Luckily I've late last night I finished up my Christmas shopping.
You done?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little early, which is good. I got my wife, my 3 kids, and so it's gonna be it's never an easy task trying to make that happen. And plus we're going out of town for the holidays. So
to wifey's family, or where's wifey from?
Both of ours. So whenever we go out of town, it's tough because both my family, my side of the family, and my wife's family, they're within about 25 minutes of each other.
Okay.
So we got split time, so we're going from house to house, all that. So yeah,
logistics.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm the one that has to. Well, I take that back. I'll keep it short, but I'm the one that has to figure out how to pack everything. Right, the presents coming back and all that, and so I find myself trying to play Tetris for 4 or 5 hours. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so I was trying to get all the luggage back in the car, but then at the same time all the presents. And so yeah, it's always a battle, man, but it's always fun. The family has fun. Definitely got no complaints. But hey,
man.
Christmas shopping done, so I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? The sweat's over.
You're ahead of the game, man. You looking good.
Exactly. I'm trying. But man, before we get into it, we're gonna talk just a little bit about the game. I'll bring up some things that I noticed kind of going over the film. But definitely, first and foremost, let's shout out to the chat, man. We got Huey P in the building.
Huey P.
Appreciate you pulling up. Tony Shepard in the building as well. Always good. And hey, Steve Aurelia, man, you starting the show out right.
My man Steve.
He's got, I love how we give Tyree the baby treatment. We all clap and celebrate if he ties his shoes. And man, Steve, I know you with us when we break down film, and I'll tell you right now, man, it's tough because when he does do well, it's unfortunate that you want to give him his props, right? At least you did something good, but at the same time, when you go completely unblocked, it's not like you are shocking the world with what you're trying to produce. I mean, you're unblocked. There was a couple good things in the game. I have a couple clips of him in the game, but at the end of the day, I guess, Chris, like you said, he is who he is. It is what it is.
He is, man. Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have a secondary move. He doesn't have. I'm kind of coining the term for him as just dead legs, because the moment he actually touches the ball carrier, his legs go dead.
They stop. Yeah.
He missed the tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, and I got a clip and I sit there and go, man, like I just see it every single time. So, but yes,
not even only the ball carrier, but even if he meets like a certain amount of resistance, even from a blocker, it's like they're slow dancing. Like if his initial bull rush push doesn't like get the guy off balance, it's a wrap.
Exactly.
Every time.
Exactly. And if he gets stalemated, if he gets caught, then they just dance it at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, but Steve, I appreciate you starting off the show, right?
Man,
I appreciate you, man. That Raiders fan in the building, I appreciate you coming up. Billy D in the building.
D!
Always good seeing you. Jerry for show 1, 2, 3. Always good seeing you, man. You always pull up on our lives and the film breakdowns. Always good, man. Yep. Raider Paul in the building as well.
Raider Paul
coming up. Sun Goddess, I appreciate you
coming.
Tony as well. Let's see who else. We got Sacktown. Sacktown.
Sacktown in the building. What's up, man?
Always good, man. Chad, let us know. Did you and you guys pull up to the Monday night game? Because I did hear that the Raider fan base was decent in that building. It actually looked, granted, it's a Monday night, but it looked every time they panned to the stands, it almost looked like it was damn near a quarter empty. You know what I'm saying? Like it just didn't look like there was too many seats.
It did look like that. It did look that. But I'll tell you one thing. You know how they do the little parade or the march or whatever?
Yeah, I did that Cleveland game, I think.
Yeah, you did. You did. But I heard my boy Charles Woodson let him out this time. I saw a video of it. That looks sweet. He was drinking his Woodson whiskey. That was fire.
Yeah, he was leading it, man. I'll tell you, it's like I hope that the Raider fan base did show out for him, because I'll tell you, I went to the one. I think it was our home opener against
that one was sweet. That one was sweet. Yeah.
So I went to the home opener against Carolina.
Yeah.
And that one was, it's because that was like the AP come out game, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that was like everybody
was excited. Yeah. Yep.
That was the closest thing that I've ever felt to like an Oakland Raider game when it came to just the vibe and everything. And then I went to the Cleveland game, or you were out there with the Cleveland,
Cleveland. Yep. Yeah.
And so I think it was what game was it? I was with Turf. Turf at the time.
That was when that was a super fan one, wasn't it? When the super fans led it.
Yeah. Which one? I forget what home game that was, but that one, I mean, you could tell it was like a quarter
nobody.
Of the people.
Yeah.
Core of the people. It's like the moment we lost, the moment the shit started hitting the fan, it was just like, it's like fan base was like, yep, okay, no more spending a couple thousand on going to a damn Raider game. So but at the end of the day, I hope that the fan base, I heard it was pretty good, but I hope the fan base did show up for Charles Woodson to lead that, because I mean, that was as close to a Raider game that week one, that first home game that I've ever felt to an Oakland Raider game. So I do hope that they came out. Raider leading us into the building as well. Appreciate you coming through.
What up, Mo?
That's a whole nother topic, man. It always starts at there's always somebody that will start that quarterback conversation. And that Raider fan, yes, that Carolina game was an absolute disaster. And so I think that was kind of the writing on the wall that early in the season. So let's talk just a little bit about this game. And I think to kind of sum it up, in my opinion, it's tough. Our Raiders will find a way to lose the game.
Oh, yeah.
And this game was special teams. Not only do you have, I believe it was 2 blocked punts, but you have a blocked extra point. And on that blocked extra point, we only had 10 guys on the field. It's like,
oh, man,
how do you screw it up at this point? And it's either challenge calls that shouldn't be called, the refs screwing us screwing ourselves, whatever it may be. We find ways to lose. Bad teams find ways to lose. And, not only find ways to lose, but we allow other teams to kind of grab momentum at the worst times. And I got a clip on it, and we'll definitely break that down. But Fear Raider in the building, salute to you, man. Appreciate you coming up. And Jerry, for sure, this is tanking to the fullest. And it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate because I think there's a lot of conversation that these players are still playing, and they're playing hard. But the controversy is, who are they playing for? Are they playing for themselves because they need to basically showcase, put a highlight reel together for the Raiders for next season, or a potential team in the offseason that will pick them up, or are they fighting for AP? Like, everybody's talking about it, and you don't know 100%. But at the end of the day, these players will never give up because this is their livelihood. Man, yeah. Chris, what's your take on that? On this locker room still fighting till the end? Because I mean, this shit came down to a Hail Mary twice.
Oh yeah,
so they're still fighting, but it's definitely up in the air as to who they're fighting for.
No, I think they're fighting, but I mean, we got to think, man. I mean, no matter how we try to twist and turn it, I mean, we do not have the personnel that can match up against these guys. Like on paper, they should have smacked us. On paper, the week before, the Chiefs should have smacked us. Like
Oh,
these guys are still
100%.
fighting. I mean, if you gotta realize we're going in with our third, string quarterback. I mean, we're going in with a practice squad running back. I mean, we're going in with all these guys that I mean, Max wasn't out there. Everybody knows Max is the heart of our team, not only our defense, but our team. The defense played well for the most part. I mean, unless I's just been under a rock, but I didn't realize Kirk Cousins was that bad, but we made him look bad. We was putting pressure on him. I mean, I think PG did he had a good game plan for the most part. But for us to have who we had on the front line, those guys stepped up. I mean, Bijan had a pretty good day, but for the most part, Pitts and all those other guys, they didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and when we break down this film, you'll kind of see that we did a very good job covering on the back end. A lot of the sacks were coverage sacks. Now Cousins didn't do himself any favors. There was a lot of throws that he was late to it.
Very late.
He was just off target. He didn't do himself any favors either.
He almost messed up my parlay. He almost messed up my parlay, and he messed up our #1 draft pick. I'm like, Cousins, get him out of here.
I'm telling you, and that one, and I'm telling you, I was sweating that Washington one. We were messaging back and forth. That Commanders one, I was sweating because I had the money line on that one too. That Raider fan is saying who has the first pick, us in New York. I mean, I looked at it yesterday morning and
it's still us.
Had it as it was still us. Is it still us today?
Yeah, it's still us. Yeah, the only reason New York was up was because we didn't play yet. Most people, they kind of looked at that and saw saw the Giants at #1, but then as soon as we played, it's us. But for Fear Raider, what he said players do quit. I agree. Because a lot of times players, I mean, we say they don't quit because again, they do want to put an audition tape for next year. But some players they do kind of like pack it in a little bit, man. You can tell they don't give that effort. They're making business decisions. Especially those guys that who know they're going to be on the squad next year. But like you get the the Shaysons and guys like Adam Butlers and guys like that, man. They're still out hustling and they're playing, man. They're trying to put some good stuff on film. But I think they're playing for their coach too, man. They have some pride in what they're doing.
They do, and that's the thing, right? Players, they do quit, but it's only the ones that understand that they are either a lock on this roster or guys that know they want to go somewhere else, and they're out the building and they know that they're going to make whatever money or whatever contract, whatever team they want to go to, that they can get there. You know what I'm saying? And so I 100% agree. There's players that will quit on teams because I was listening to Lincoln Kennedy earlier today, and he was on a radio show. I forget what it was. And he was talking, and one of the things that he said, he goes, "Man, I want that Raider just stigma back. I want those players that understand what it's like to be a Raider." And I fully understand that, right? I think Max Crosby feels it 100% when you're around the alumni. But here's the tough part is I think what the NFL has become, it's become such a business. You have players moving, place to place. It's not just the players, it's organizations too. There's no dedication on either side.
You're right.
Organizations will cut your ass in a heartbeat if they think you're just a salary cap hit or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Like they will dump you in a heartbeat if they can find potential elsewhere. And in turn, that's why I don't hate on players that hold out. I don't really hate on them. You know what I'm saying? Like get yours because you could be an afterthought tomorrow to this organization. And it's not because you don't produce. It's just because you may not be that top 5 player anymore. You're top 6 or 7, and they got a salary cap, and now they're going to go get that number 3. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be good today, but you may not be tomorrow. And so get yours while you can.
Man, you hit it right on the head, man. And honestly, I think that's why people think that like maybe like I'm off base when I'm thinking about like the Josh Jacobs thing. Like when I look at him and see that he wanted to be a Raider, like he wanted to be part of this, all he wanted to do was just be properly compensated. And he even said, I'll take less money if you at least go get some dogs. Go get some dogs so like we can get back to winning. And that's why I just don't like how that was handled with him. And I'm big on like that homegrown talent, man. Like if you draft somebody, like try to like that's what good teams do, man. So I don't know, man, but that's a great point because it's just a different mindset. Like if you got guys that want to be there and want to be part of building this thing up, you hold on to them dudes, man. So I don't know, man.
And the only other thing that I'll say about Josh Jacobs real quick is players nowadays, and you look at running backs have to go through, right? You hear about the Jerome Bettis' stories where he's like, basically he took, 2-3 hours to get out of bed after his playing career. You look at Josh Jacobs. The one thing that I think some people have to consider is Josh Jacobs saw that if our plan was to bring in someone like Gardner Minshew, then that means Josh Jacobs was going to face an 8-man box damn near 70% of the game, right?
Exactly.
And so he goes on to a place like Green Bay that has a quarterback that has deep threats that he knows that he's going to face a light box probably 70% of the time. Whereas down here in Vegas, it's going to be a different story. He is going to literally get his ass handed to him day in and day out, getting beat up, being the workhorse, which there's nothing wrong with being the workhorse. But he's also looking out for basically his career. And so, as much as I don't want to see him go, that's I guess that's a whole nother conversation. But it's just understanding the mindset of players and knowing, hey, I can go here and not face an 8-man box 70% of the time.
Yeah.
So that, and I'm not saying that's 100% of his decision or what took him there. I'm just saying that plays a big role. It has to.
For sure. And plus, it's like, and you got to think of the player's personality. Like when I think of what most Raider fans want, they want all players to be like a Jacoby Myers, who's just like, I'm here, I'm gonna work hard, put my head down, and that's it. There's not that many of those out there. A lot of guys are going to be very vocal about what they want. I mean, a lot of times that's the kind of personality that dogs have anyway. Like dogs are not content with losing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like anyone that that is a real dog, they're competitive. They don't like losing. Like the moment that you start getting kind of content with losing, it's a wrap for you from from that dog mentality. Yeah. So like I in the group chat earlier, I was talking, we always have these debates with, about, Devontae and JJ. And I know I'm on the minority side of it all, but like, imagine Kobe being on a team that was just so dysfunctional. Like, do we really think Kobe would have wanted to stay around and just deal with this dysfunction? No matter how much his mentality was, at some point, he's like, man, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. But man, shout out to the rest of the chat. I appreciate you guys coming through. Turf, man. Everybody, make sure you guys, after we're done, go hit up Turf. Make sure you subscribe. His stuff, man. He's always throwing you content, especially during game day, man. I don't know
how he's on fire right now, too. He's on fire.
He sits there during those games, and Turf, I give you all the credit. I don't know how you stay awake with some of these games, man.
Because he drinks those old fashions, man. He's drinking them old fashions. He probably has about 4 or 5 per game, man. He's feeling good.
Arnie Gaza in the building as well. Appreciate you coming through. Indigenous Massage, man. I appreciate you, man, or woman. Hey, whatever you. I appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate you.
Always. Man, Joey, man, in the building.
Joey,
appreciate you coming up. Man? So, man, okay, so let's do this, right? Some of my takes real quick before we jump into the film. I think our offensive line had a pretty rough day overall. If you watch the film, if you watch the breakdown, it was a little tough. That Falcons front four. I mean, I think that they knew Ritter wasn't going to be able to do a whole lot, so they pinned their ears back and they were coming.
They went after him.
It was a little rough. And I'm just going to kind of focus on the offensive side right now. The offensive play calling was extremely basic. One of the things that we liked out of Scott Turner in the first couple games was he was running a lot of rub routes. He was running a lot of pick routes. I didn't see one in the entire film. In the entire game film, did not see one. And so it's like he just and the running plays were very basic. I forget if I clipped it or not, but there was running plays where it is just straight hat on a hat, and that's it. There's no
No
pulls,
pull
there's no
in. Yeah.
cracks. It's literally just basic. And I don't know if it's Scott Turner just kind of throwing his hands up and go, you want just straight runs? I'll give you straight runs.
But
Because that's what AP's been preaching.
Yeah, but the crazy thing, we were either in pistol or gun the whole time. So it's not even like we could even put a full like play action plan together. So I mean that put Ritter in a bad situation right there. Because they're like, okay, we're pinning our ears back. We know you're not going to run. We're coming to get you.
Yeah, it 100%. I mean, they understood exactly what we were trying to do, and there was no trust. There was no trust
at all,
really, in that defense that Ritter's going to be able to beat them at any point in the game. And so that's where it was tough. I think very basic play calling. I mean, it was the most vanilla play calling I've seen, even with Getsy. Trust me, even Getsy had he had moments where he would basically run those double move routes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That classic bend route that Brock Bowers would kind of bend in and then bend back out.
That was a hell of a play. We haven't seen that since Turner's taken over, have we?
No.
That play's been money.
And so, but again, going back to when Turner called his first two plays, saw some rub routes, saw some pick routes, something we didn't see with Getsy. And I like the fact that we were showing it, and I didn't see it at all. So,
yeah.
And now one thing that I noticed clear as day, Ritter struggles to read defenses. It is bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
The amount of times that he threw into triple coverage, the amount of times that you got two guys on the backside that are wide open, and it's clear they're wide open because the safeties are shading over. The safeties are basically shading to one side and they're dropping to one side. He goes to that side for some odd reason, and he just doesn't see the safeties drop. He doesn't see the linebackers drop. And look, sometimes that's just why you're not having success. And so,
and wasn't it? I think it wasn't until late in the third quarter that he even threw a pass to a receiver.
I think it was. I think it was at least through the first quarter.
Oh, it was up to halftime. Yeah. So it definitely was. So I don't remember if it was in like the middle or whatever, but yeah, I mean, he wasn't even looking to Myers at all. Like he was either Mayer or not Mayer, but Bowers, or he was throwing it to Abdullah quite a bit, honestly.
Yeah.
Abdullah had 7 catches. It was just rough, man.
And it's because just a bunch of dump offs, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of dump offs. And it's tough because when you watch Ritter, he's got the arm to get the ball to anywhere on the field. I mean, he throws that ball so naturally, and it comes out of his hand fast. It comes out of his hand fast. So, yeah, again, I just think, lack confidence. Now, mind you, I'll give him a little bit of a break because he's only been here for 5 weeks or so. It's like he's still trying to get his chemistry with the receivers, all that.
I'm not even tripping on him. Honestly, I'm not tripping on him. He came mid-season. What could we really expect, honestly?
Exactly. I was just hoping that maybe he could show some production so that we know that we might have a viable backup next year.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That was my biggest thing, because you can get him for a cheap. We got him off a practice squad.
Yeah, and he's still young.
If we could have a decent backup, a guy that was a decent draft pick, has played I think this is his 4th year in the league now, has some experience. And so you have a backup that could be a guy that can come in and maybe either win you a game or just sustain a lead. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, Dark Zing, appreciate you coming. Yeah, while the block punch, you're telling me. To me, coaching. That's what it comes down to. Coaching. At this point, there's no reason why you should have miscommunication. To me, it's coaching, and that's why I think there's a lot of people that are definitely now and have been questioning Antonio Pierce, because a lot relies on coaching. Tommy in the building as well with the Boston Celtics.
I'm with you, Tommy. I'm with you, man. We may be the minority, but I'm with you.
Let's see. Raider Legion said, how much of the playbook Raider pick up? It's man, based on this film, I don't know how much.
Yeah, they're keeping it basic. Yeah.
So I don't know how much he's picked up at this point because it just doesn't look like he understands how to read it. Just another DJ in the building. I appreciate you, man. Ritter was on top of the conservative play calling. Ritter was bad on top of the conservative play calling. Yes. Ritter was not very good at all. And so, Severe, man, you're in the building, man. Hey, if you can jump on, let us know. We're gonna jump into this film real quick.
Hey, man, Severe, he trolling, man. That's what he's doing. He's trolling.
That's what he's doing. Ritter better than Cam Sanders. Yes, sir. That's why we need you.
Right.
Real quick, before we jump into the film, my takes on the defensive side, as normal, Trayvon Merrick is a beast in the box. He comes up and supports the run. I'm telling you, I think this is a guy that we definitely – I saw a comment from somebody just a little bit earlier talking about who should we extend. I actually think Trayvon Merrick has made a very good just a statement on why we should extend him, because I'm telling you, him coming up in the box, he's better than Divine Diablo. You might as well just play Trayvon Merrick at linebacker at this point. But even when I say that, Divine Diablo had a strong first half this game. And so we'll see it on the film. I'll show you. I'm telling you, like, it was probably the best linebacker play I saw out of him this game.
He blitzed well. I know he blitzed well for sure.
Blitz well, and he read it well.
Yeah.
He read it very well. Not the whole time, but enough to give him some credit. Kamarion Richardson did a good job. He was locked up on Drake London quite a bit, and he did a very good job.
Severe was saying that too. I'm interested to look at the film a little more on him because, again, a cornerback, if you don't hear their name, that's usually a good thing. But that's good because I've almost I haven't written them off, of course, because I'm always about giving DBs, that second year to really prove themselves. But I'm glad if he is playing as good as you saw, I'm excited for that. But I got to see it.
Yeah, it's just a matter of, there was a lot of coverage sacks, and in any time that he was on Drake London, for the most part, he was doing a good job of just kind of standing on his hip. And so, again, nothing crazy flashy, but again, we don't hear his name, so you definitely got to give him some credit on that. Ernest in the building, I appreciate you. We bad, no, we bad, we bad, we bad. But. Arnie Gard says Spillane and Margar re-signs. Actually, I'm with you. I do think we need to re-sign Spillane. I was questionable in the beginning because of the season because of his age. Because if you re-sign him to like a 2-year, now he's in upwards of like 34 years old. But the way he's played so far this year, I think you have to, because I actually think we move on from Divine Diablo. And then my last note, and we already talked on it, was I think Kirk Cousins definitely killed himself more than we killed him, but defense did play well. And so, but Severe, man, if you're still with us, remember, hit me up. You got the link. Definitely jump on. But as we go through this, again, I appreciate everybody in the building. Make sure you hit my guy up, Chris Protect the Shield podcast. Go over there, hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk Raider Nation. We hit you guys every week with some game film breakdown. Again, wins and losses ain't going our way, but at the end of the day, there's things that you could take from the film and moving into the 2025 season.
And definitely check me out tomorrow, because just a shameless plug, I got a fire show tomorrow with somebody that works within the Raider organization, man, and get a chance to interview him and just kind of talk about different things. So definitely tap in tomorrow for my show. It's going to be 9 o'clock my time, so 6 o'clock Pacific time. So definitely check me out.
God, Jeff, so you're saying Robert Spillane's 29 years old. That's my bad. I thought he was already in his 30s. I thought he was 30, 31 years old. My bad. That's on me. So, but even so, in the beginning of the season, my thought processes was, and this is why I think we move on from Divine Diablo. He's not doing very well, but you can now get pretty damn good linebackers
later in the
in the
draft.
third, fourth round. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like linebackers are dropping kind of like running backs have in the past. And so, but appreciate you checking me on that. Yeah. 29 years old. And so there was one more question before I get into it. Arnie Garza, you saying who played worse, Ritter or Cousins? Man, that's debatable. That's for a whole another show, honestly, because they both played very bad. They both played bad. And so that's definitely debatable. And the Raider fan wide neck explain, yes. brother has one of the biggest necks I think I've ever seen. So,
oh man.
but remember, guys, as we go through this film, make sure you hit that hashtag Raiders and then a question or comment on the play. It makes me catch my eye when I'm going through it and looking at the screen. Sometimes I can't see the comment right away, especially if they go through. So as we go through it, make sure you hit that hashtag Raiders first. We're gonna go, as always, we're gonna go through the defense and they're gonna jump to the offense. We're definitely gonna go over all the sacks, the interception by Spillane. We're gonna go over the blocked one of the blocked field goals.
Yeah.
We're going to go over the interception on the offensive side. Definitely the 2 Hail Marys. Definitely
you get the safety. Did you grab the safety?
I grabbed the safety. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go over. I got over 40 plays. So let's get, hey, Raider allegiance. So
Yo, Spike's got a neck, bro.
Hey, so when I was in when I as you guys know, Chris, you guys know. So I played middle linebacker in high school, and so one of my favorite linebackers was Takeo Spikes.
Yeah, he was a beast. He was a beast.
He was a beast. He was just one of my favorite linebackers, and it was because he just looked like a beast too. But he played like a beast. But our first family dog was named. I named him Takeo.
Yeah,
it was a boxer, so he was KO for short. So. Yeah, then it was named after Takeo.
Okay, a little double entendre there. I see you. I see what you
exactly. So I had to put that. Everybody would ask me why. Like we would call him KO, and everybody's like, "Oh, because he's a boxer," and I'm like, "Oh no, because it's the KO Spikes." But it all worked out too.
It all worked out.
Rick Al, man, I appreciate you pulling up. Yes, that game was a snooze fest. It was. I'm with you on that. But hopefully we can get through this game film. We can definitely see the highlights. I see you laughing, Chris. I see the comment.
Oh
man.
Back to back.
Like Severe coming with it too. Man, all right, Severe. You got the link, man.
Man.
You always come with the jokes as well. So we're gonna make it work. Remember, guys, hit that hashtag Raiders. Make sure you guys put that up there, then your question or comment on the play as we kind of go through it. So let's rock. And so this is the first one. Again, I go in sequence. And so this is basically one of the first clips, and then the last clip that I pull through. That's going to be kind of that at the very end of the play. So fourth quarter. And so this is actually Divine Diablo. We just talked about him. This is him scraping down the field, coming from the backside and doing a hell of a job of making the play. So we'll run it through. Not only do we get the eagle eye, the bird's eye view from up top, but we also get the end zone view. So does a hell of a job.
Spillane too, though. Spillane set that edge.
Diablo's up here. Does a hell of a job scraping down and tracking the linebacker or the running back.
Yeah, he took on the block, and that was good. Yeah.
So we'll run it one more time. It's a really good view up here. So, and this is what we haven't seen Divine Diablo do a lot. A lot of times he just buries his helmet into alignment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So great job scraping down. Now I do have some clips where Divine Diablo actually does bury his head again, which sucks, but got him credit where credit's due. And,
I like how he took on that block too. Like he took it on, got him off him, and then made the play. So that's definitely not a Diablo type play for sure.
Yeah, it's not. That's like a prototypical linebacker type of play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Rick, I will trade our pick for JJ.
Rick, come on, Rick.
I want to put up there. Just saying.
Come on, Rick.
Good luck.
Not JJ, man. JJ's not it.
And so, yeah, just good job by Divine Diablo. And now this one is this is the sack, basically both Laulu and Chason.
Mm. Mm. That's nice. That's nice.
Turf still in the building. Appreciate you. But once we get through the end zone view, man, we're gonna run it back. And again, I mean,
That's a
what I
hell of
like
a rep.
about this,
That is a hell of a rep, man.
it is. And remember a few weeks back when Tyree Wilson got the same exact sack and the same type of stunt. Or no, I'm sorry, he got the sack, but the week prior he was late to the sack. He couldn't get there because he
Yeah.
rounded it. And
Yeah.
this is just a good example. Is if you can kind of come right off
their
of
ass.
your defensive tackle's ass, right? The guy
Yeah.
inside of you, and you can close that gap quickly. That just allows you to get that much quicker. But I also love the fact that he gets vertical quick. I mean, there's no distance here.
Mm.
Does a very
Yeah.
good job. He stays close.
But who was that? Who was that who was that tackle? Was that our boy?
It's Butler. Again, he's always the one.
Off the first one off the line, man. I mean, he beat his dude as soon right at the snap.
Yeah. And so I'll pause it. I'll try to pause
I mean,
it.
honestly, Butler caused that. Look at that. Look at that.
But I love the fact Lalu gets vertical quick. Like
Beautiful.
he gets in line quick. He doesn't round it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times defensive tackles will allow their momentum to kind of drift a little bit, which will now turn into an arm tackle or what have you. He does a really good job. He just gets vertical quickly.
And look that center, the center know he's done.
Yep.
You know he's done because Butler flashed so quick. And then when he came on that stunt, all he could do was put that little arm out.
Yep.
He knew he was cooked.
And we're gonna run through one more time because this is Caleb Von Chason being he's the big boy on the block. He's the big boy on the block.
And then and then I gotta watch just because Severe ain't here with us. Just for him, I gotta watch see what our boy did. Gotta see what Tyree Wilson did.
He's there in the front row, just checking things out. But look at this, Chason coming out of
things out.
He's coming off just a wide, and I'm just gonna bully you to the quarterback. Man, I love it. I love it. Severe, you in the building. Love seeing it. Frank Perez in the building. I appreciate you coming through, man.
I think that's a troll.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah. Is this ain't him?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I see there's trolls with an agenda, but I'm not gonna, who knows?
I see him. I see him. Let's see here. Okay, let's go. Okay. I mean, Kevlon Chase, you got to give it to him. I mean, he's already shown his ability to use his hands well, and now he's shown that ability to basically just bulldoze somebody, just bull rush, overtake. And what I love about the fact that when he bull rushes, he's able to bend that offense tackle's hips. The moment you can compromise their hips and bend them backwards, get them upright, you can control them. And he did a hell of a job on that one. This is Chase on down here as well. I actually love this. And this is something that whenever you can freeze an oncoming blocker, right? Someone that's trying to come and block you, you can freeze them. Chase on's out here, out wide. He sees the crack coming.
Oh,
he takes it on.
Yeah, he does his part.
But the thing is that Spillane does it a lot. And I'm sorry. I'm again, guys, I clipped over 40 clips. So I'm going to kind of take this back a second. What I wanted Chase on to do is he does a very good job of freezing this guy coming down. And he notices, he sees it. It's a running back. So he understands there's a good chance it's going to be a crack, right? What I'd like to see Chase on do, he does a good job of freezing him, but then get upfield. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, right? Bypassing the blocker. If Caleb Von Chasen would have actually froze this blocker here, and I'll try to pause it in time, right? He sees him, freeze him. If you freeze him and then shoot this gap, that's the difference between him missing the tackle and him also and him making a play behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's what I'd like to see. Instead of him coming straight after and making contact, you can flash him, which means you freeze him and then get in that backfield, shoot the gap, bypass the blocker, and now you're making a play in the backfield. So that's kind of what I meant to say. Because there's actually one that he did actually later on. And so, but he comes off the edge on the backside here, on the front side. Again, shoot the gap. Don't take that blocker on.
Yeah.
Shoot the gap.
There's no reason. Yeah, you're right there. You're right there.
Exactly. And he knows it too. Watch him.
And he missed too. Yeah.
He knows it. So again, that's a defensive end playing outside linebacker. So you can't expect too much, but at the same time, I wish he would have, instead of just taking that guy on, freeze him, shoot the gap, potentially make a play in the backfield. Now this next play, it's actually Caleb on Chase on down here at the end. Great job with, I think, Divine Diablo. Nice little tackle for a loss. With Chase on doing a really good job of using his hands. Takes on the blocker, is able to set the edge, extends them. I mean, this is a guy that we need. This is a guy that we need to re-sign quick. Honestly,
got to.
So he's down here, extends them, sets the edge.
That's perfect.
It's beautiful.
That's good work.
And this is the guy what? Cut? We got him off waivers?
Yep. I mean, out of college, he was a first-round talent. It just had to be unlocked. He shows flashes, but, he's definitely playing well enough to be in a rotation for sure.
So then you got Divine Diablo. Again, this is another example. It worked out for him, but he buries his head, tries to just get in there. But again, it worked out for him because Caleb on Chasen actually set the edge. But he just goes in, buries his head, still able to keep his feet, but it worked out for him.
Hold on, one more time. Let me watch Wilson, man. I always gotta. It did look like he was late to the party, but he was on the other side though. Oh! Look at Wilson. Okay, all right. You do you, man. Do you, Wilson? I ain't mad at you, man.
Oh! That's the fastest we've seen you move.
I know. Oh man.
Scotty Waddy, Raider One, man. I appreciate you coming in the building as well. Nick Solano in the building too. I appreciate you coming up. Severe, man, you run your comment. If only we could get Chase on the play with the motor and effort of Tyree Wilson. Only if we could, man. Tyree Wilson. Yeah. He's gonna be the next Max Crosby. Oh man. So good job again by Chase on. This is actually there's our boy. Now another good one, Divine Diablo coming up, but we got our boy Adam Butler at the top of the screen here. Sticks
Diablo.
Exactly, right?
Diablo.
So Diablo's up here again, just another good linebacker play. We don't see a whole lot out of it. Does a good job stepping up, fills the gap.
Boom. He got a wrap though. He got in trouble or later on in the game. He got a wrap.
He did. Got a wrap. He's got to keep his feet. He's got to keep his feet.
Yeah, it's like he goes to his knees.
Yep. You got Butler. Adam Butler's a beast. Because when I would coach defense, I'd always tell my defensive players, as soon as you make contact, run them 5 steps. Run them 5 steps. Like that was my biggest thing, is take 5 steps basically. And so don't hit and stop your feet. Run them 5 steps. And that was always my thing. And I just feel like between him and even Tyree Wilson, he just, they just lack that. All right. So this is the stop and go. This is the double move on Jack Jones. And we all know, Chris, you and myself and Severe, we were kind of messaging. I sent you guys a message. I was like, man, if there was an over-under on if Jack Jones was going to get hit with a double move,
They're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna
I'd be
keep doing it, man.
I'd be betting the over all day long.
Yeah.
And so
Capri snap. There was probably some tail, that showed in the film of this. So I mean, they probably teased it earlier in the game or something, and they just set them up. They just set them.
Yeah, exactly. And Nick Solano, yeah, nice way to pinch the gap, 100% with Divine Diablo. Great job coming up.
But and it was a hell of a route too. He sold that stutter. He sold it.
Yeah, on this one, yes. So here we go. We're gonna run it all the way through. Jack Jones at the top of the screen. But it's bad. It's even worse. Look at that. Like,
that's nasty. That's nasty right there.
It's not like he didn't even have he didn't even put himself in an opportunity to be able to just grab a hold of him.
Yeah.
Like, this is where he gets in trouble because he's trying to jump it so far in front that he's not even giving himself.
He can't recover.
Can't recover. You can't grab the receiver. You know what I'm saying? Take the penalty as opposed to a touchdown. I mean, he's trying to jump it so far in front that I've never seen. I mean, I don't want to say never. I guess I've never seen corners that do it this consistently. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You've seen it bad.
Yeah, even Marcus Peters didn't do it that bad. I mean, you would catch Marcus Peters, but at least he would be in a position where he could at least hold you, if he does get hit with a double move and he'll get the PI and then you still live another down. But this was tough. This was tough right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santi Samuels. Yeah, he used to do that a lot too. He used to.
But Jack Jones just looped so far inside.
Yeah.
Because he jumped so much. I'm just sitting there going, man, like that's what is going to, that's what's going to kick you out the league. I'm serious. I could care less if you can. You're at the point now where all those pick sixes that you had mean nothing because now you're going to give up just as many double move touchdowns.
Yeah, your liability, and you're not getting the pick sixes at a at a big enough rate to make a play like this worth it.
And we lost by 6. Here's your 6. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's early in the game. I understand that, but still, and Jeffrey Show, yes. It's either a pick or touchdown.
It is. It is.
And Scotty, while you're saying I'm gonna go on Jack Jones, he can go. One good play, 10 bad plays.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's the worst part. Because not like he gets a whole bunch of like past offenses or anything like that. It's literally boom or bust with him, unfortunately.
It is. So let's see. Just another DJ saying Isaiah's too far on the opposite end of help and support. He got deep middle. Yeah. I agree. But it's tough at the same time. Like Jack Jones, man, you cannot jump it that bad. I could care less, even if you had the flat or anything like that, right? I mean, if they were zoned up for some reason, like you still need to come up. You're jumping that just way too goddamn much. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So, this is our boy again, Adam Butler. Just coming down the line of scrimmage. I believe he's in the middle here. Working his way down the line of scrimmage. And just making a solid play. I mean,
was that a Amari Burney sighting too? Oh yeah, he was on the other side.
Was he on the other side?
Yeah, Burney. I just saw Burney just pursue over. He was flowing. He was trying to get that cut back. It's not a bad route by him, or not a bad rep.
But great job. Essentially kind of two-gapping this a little bit. He's got his head peaked on the left side, realizes Bijan Robinson's going out, and still is able to get across that center's body and still influence the play. So just, again, another reason why we've said it for a long time. I think we need to, you want to talk about extending somebody, extend him.
Yeah.
But again, with the way he's playing, he might test the market.
Yeah.
Oh, last man, I appreciate you coming through. Rumors Jack Jones is still looking for trade.
He's not wrong either,
right?
That's not wrong.
Let's see. All right, let's just go. Okay, so This is 2nd and 6, and this is a hell of a job by Patrick Graham dialing up a huge blitz. You got both Spillane and Divine Diablo coming on to blitz 2nd and 6. And you got
is this the one that Diablo almost got home, or he?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this was a good blitz. I remember this one.
It's a hell of a blitz, and the thing is that they timed it. It was a perfect timing, right? You got, I think, this one, Kirk Cousins trying to play action. Kirk Cousins is coming off of that injury. He's not mobile anyways. You could tell he wasn't moving well at all. Mm-hmm. And so you bring that pressure, and now you get them just kind of deeper in the sticks. And so, or just deeper, into 3rd and long. Just a great play.
That was great.
Great job dialing up. We'll see the end zone view. Divine Diablo comes hard. Same with Spillane.
Let's go Tyree. Oh, never mind.
God damn it. It's gonna happen every defensive play.
Yeah. Good job, Tyree.
But great dial up by Patrick Graham.
Yeah.
So and bring the pressure. He did it quite a bit this game, which again allowed us to just be in the game the entire game. And so again, another good run fit by Divine Diablo. He's there in the middle. Again, guys, if you guys have a comment or something, because it looks like the comments are flying, hit that hashtag Raiders. I can bring it up. Try to get you on here, but Divine Diablo sit in the middle.
Again, yeah, see, that's enough. Yeah, got to wrap, man.
Got to run through the tackle, but a hell of a job of reading it and filling. I mean, this isn't just the run coming at him. This isn't a hole open up right in front of him. He read it. He scraped down the line a little bit, and he actually read it and came downhill. It was actually that's linebacker. But yes, keep your feet, right? Basically run the 5 steps. And so, but again, it's just kind of going to show this is still the first half of the game. Very good job of Divine Diablo helping out in the run game. This one's more of a coverage sack, but I think this is Adam Butler's sack. I believe he's right here. Again, more of a coverage sack, but he gets home.
Yeah.
He's right here.
Man, that first step, man, that get off is crazy. But look at Tyree though. Tyree got in there, man. Caused some, he caused some confusion. That's a good rep by Tyree. I'm not mad at him. That's a good rep, man. That's a good rep.
I mean, it almost looks like it's like a half swim.
Half swim. Yeah,
he may have 1.5 moves, not 2.
Yeah, he ain't get the full Michael Phelps on, man. He ain't get the got to get that full Michael Phelps, but he tried.
I think it's more of a 1.5 move. That's what Tyree is. Maybe we'll get that second move, but the last game of the season
next year or something. Yeah. Hey. He tried it. I mean, it was a doggy battle. Hey, I'm not mad at him. At least he went to move number 2.
He did. He tried. Like, you know what I'm saying? He tried. It looks like. I mean, he's just trying to use those long ass arms to just get over. But hey, we'll take it.
Or was that more of a rip? That was more of a rip, wasn't it? Because I guess he did
one more time.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to
Let's see.
I
don't know. He still looked like he tried to come over. He still looked like he tried to come over. But I'm still sticking with the doggy paddle, Jay, for sure. Yeah. That's for sure. Steve, man, I appreciate you. Do we need more linebackers or DT? I think we need more linebackers.
Linebacker, yeah, definitely linebacker.
Lualu, actually, Laulu. He's looking pretty good. He's looking like he could be a very good depth piece if we can bring him back. So I definitely think more linebacker.
We need a starting level. We need a starting level linebacker, for next year. I think DT will be fine with Wilkins and honestly, I'm so okay with Adam Butler starting right next to him. So, but yeah, linebacker, we need someone day one.
Yeah, 100%. But I appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate you, Steve. Severe. That's why I'm Severe, you always coming with the hot ones. That's real quick. Would y'all just know the DJ? Would y'all say PG is a read and react coach? I think if you can call that bend but don't break defense, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll also try to scheme up too. But I just think he knows he doesn't have the personnel to do it right now. But I think once he gets, hopefully he'll get another shot with the defensive line that we were expecting from this year. You know, with the Kuntz and Max and Wilkins and whoever else is going to take that next. I think we'll start seeing more exotic stuff. But yeah, I think as of right now, it is more of a kind of read and react, bend don't break. Make them settle for 3, worst case scenario.
Yeah. X7608 in the bill. I appreciate you. Didn't he get hurt last game? Let me know who you're talking about. Don't know who you're talking about unless you're saying Tyree. Because we just clowned on Tyree a little bit. But let us know in the chat. I'll bring it up. Not in the building. Appreciate you coming through, Frank Perez, as well. In the building. Remember, guys, hit that hashtag Raiders. Hopefully it'll catch mine. I could hopefully bring it up. And so let me make sure I do. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't recall him getting hurt. Chat, let me know if I might be wrong. I don't recall seeing him get hurt.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I do think there was somebody later in the game on the ground and then walked off the field, but then he came back. I forget who it was. But yeah, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Next one. This is Splain's interception. Hell of a play.
Yep.
Great read. Horrible job by Kirk Cousins.
I don't know.
Late to it, staring it down. It just didn't make any sense.
No.
You can never be late over the middle.
No. I mean, and honestly, I mean that's a horrible read because Spillane literally is looking at Cousins the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean that is such an easy pick. Such an easy pick.
And if it wasn't Spillane, I mean Chason was basically
Chason was right there. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just
Chason played that well. Honestly, I think he disguised that well. Kurt had to think. Kurt had to think they were in man. He had to.
That or he just thought Spillane was going to continue to drift to his right because the tight end was able to cross his face.
Mm-hmm.
But Kurt's still he's late.
Very late.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the hard part. He's that simple. So we'll play it one more time through. Yeah.
I mean, didn't try to look him off or nothing.
Let's see. So you got LS saying, does Spillane lead our interception? He does.
Probably by far too. I mean, who else really got a pick except I know Morick may have had a 1 or 2.
Yeah. So we're gonna go next one. Again, we go defense. I got about 5 more defensive plays, and we're gonna jump to the offensive side. We talked about Trayvon Moore earlier. Him coming up in the box. I mean, we talk about bypass blockers. This is one of the things when I'd coach, football, I'd bring it to the high school kids and I'd sit there and go, look, like you want to talk about a prototypical example of bypassing the blocker, getting up into the box and making a play. This is it. Trayvon Morgan's at the top. Come down, dip underneath, make a play. It's as picture perfect as you can think of. He's at the top of the screen here. Bypass this offensive tackle, dip underneath, make a play. Don't even mess with that offensive tackle.
Good play by Spillane too. He was right there with them.
We'll play it one more time. Let's watch Spillane as
well.
And
who's 9'6" again? Is that
that's
Laulu?
Laulu.
Yeah, good play by him. He won that. He won his rep as well.
Yep.
Now let me see. Is Wilson in there? No, he's not in there. I always got to take a peek, man. See what he up to.
Ducky the Butcher, man. Appreciate you coming through as well.
Ducky.
30-minute drive home, huh? It's brutal. I used to live near LA, so I feel you. Yeah, Trayvon Mark. I mean, I'm telling you, no, he's just making his statement to get re-signed. So this is one knock on DC Richardson. Again, you don't see this consistently, so I don't want to say this is going to be a problem, but it's something that you just want to see. And he has an opportunity to make a play for a very minimal gain, and he hesitates, unfortunately. And you don't want to see this at a young rookie, because if you see them doing it when they're young, you just hope it doesn't become a habit.
Yeah.
And so you got DC Richardson on top. It's a run coming off tackle, and right there, he's got an open lane. You see it better in the end zone, but he hesitates. And you want to see him make that tackle.
Yeah.
So we'll show it again in the end zone.
That was almost a business decision.
Nah. So he's right here up top. And I'm telling you, I'll run all the way through. I won't pause
like,
it.
yeah, like go hit him. Like you're yeah. Don't expect your teammate to take care of it for you, man.
Or don't expect the running back to come to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you squared up to freeze and waited for him to come to you.
That's your play to make.
It is.
Hit the like button, guys, on both channels, man. Make sure you support. It's free.
100%. Up top again, just bang.
Just come down. Yeah. Come down here.
So again, not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying that you don't want to see it, with young rookies. Again, you don't want it to be a consistent problem, but
Spillane 5, Newark 5, yeah.
Okay, here when I talked about we're calling Tyree, at least I'm calling him dead leg from now on. He actually had a decent get off, decent penetration in the backfield, but man, the moment he gets his hands,
where's it? He's up there. Okay, yeah.
He's at the top right here. And it's just decent get off, better get off that I've seen throughout the game.
Very good.
Yeah, but then just dead legged him. Just you got like a 96-foot wingspan, man. Like, get your hands on him, get your arms on him. Like,
it's not a horrible rep. It's not a horrible rep. I'm not.
Yeah.
It could have easily been a loss because even Jack, he came up and secured the edge too. So I'm not too mad at it. I'm not too mad. I've seen way worse reps by Wilson. So I'm not even going to cry over spilled milk there. Yeah, I'm not even going to cry for spilled milk. I'll take that rep. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm with you. But at the same time, it's just like, man, it's first round, 7th overall pick. Those are the plays you finish.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Who ended up walking him down? Was that
Adam Butler?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Look at this boy.
Dude is a beast. Man, we might lose him. I'm not gonna lie, because he's putting on good tape every game. Any scout that's watching the Raiders for whatever reason across the league, he flashes every game. So plays like this. This is an effort play.
This is effort because he's on the opposite side of where the ball's going. He's coming from the backside. And look at this boy move.
Boom! Get off me! Gotcha. Get off me! I'll take care of it.
Gotcha.
I'll take care of it.
He's coming here, crosses down, runs him down. I mean, he's a bad man. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine him next to Wilkins man.
Exactly.
I just hope we can keep the band together, man. Enough. That's another reason, because if we get another head coach, who knows if he's gonna keep PG. Like, honestly, I want to keep PG. I want to have some continuity. I don't know. We'll see, man. The defense is not that far off. They really aren't.
No, because again, injuries, right?
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
If we had Malcolm Kuntz, you know what I'm saying? If Marcus Epps was still there, I mean, this could be a very and if we didn't have some Jacorian Bennett was still there, we'd have pieces. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so, is he before I get in, Jared for sure wants pay that man. I'm with you.
Sure.
How is he plays that? And I'm right. I'm telling you, yes.
He hustles, man. He hustles.
But with all the shit talking, I mean, it wasn't necessarily shit talking, but This is Tyree Wilson's coverage sack. It's a coverage sack, but we're going to give it to him. He does get home. He's down here at the bottom.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. See, now, look, I'll take that because he was blocked and he beat his guy. I'll take that all day. Take that all day.
And we got another flash of that doggy paddle. It was another.
Let me see. Yeah,
another flash of the doggy paddle. Watch, there it is, right there. Just the arm over.
Oh, okay.
We'll give it to him. Hey, got to give credit. This one he actually fought through to get. That's what I like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I'll take that all day, man.
Exactly. He fought through the other sacks. It was a given. He was unblocked. He was able to get there. But we got a 1.5 move now. We got a 1.5 move.
Hey, yeah, we almost there. We almost there, Tyree.
We almost there. Look at that little doggy paddle go. See, it went over. We'll give it to him. We'll give it to him.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Do your thing, man. Oh, good question.
Hit or
personally, miss? Personally, Jenkins, you know, he's older. He doesn't have that little that burst he had. You know, he'll give you 1 or 2 plays a game that he kind of flashes. But to me, I think, you know, we definitely have to upgrade. But I've always liked Jenkins, honestly. Like, I liked him last year. I was excited about him this year. But he definitely took a step back, and, you know, it might be age, you know, body. I mean, he's a big boy, so you can only play at that level for so long.
I was excited when we re-signed him because, again, I thought that he was going to be that short yardage guy, that 4th and 1, 3rd and 1 goal line. But unfortunately, it's just he just hasn't played that big this year consistently enough. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Doggy paddle is back.
Gold ass man. Like an old ass man. Like an old ass man.
Like an old, god damn it, Severe.
So see, Severe trying to get me to, you know, I'm trying to stay, you know, clean, no cussing or anything, man. I'm trying to get my, you know, Bryant Gumbel on, man.
Severe makes life hard.
Leave me alone, Severe.
We got okay. So again, we talked about momentum swings, right? Game still close, all that, and not only do we find ways to lose, but we also allow offenses and defenses, but not defenses, but our offense really doesn't produce much. But our defense just allows those momentum swings at the wrong time, and this is just the long run by Bijan Robinson later in the game.
What was the down and distance of this?
I don't remember.
That was just. That was a bad angle by Isaiah too. That was a bad angle.
And it's tough because, again, this is my second to last clip, I believe. I think this is the second to last defensive clip. So this is 4th quarter, and we basically, you know, again, game is still close. Yeah, we let them rip off a 20+ yarder to get on our side of the 50. So.
What the linebacker? I mean, I know they initially won at the line of scrimmage. Bam, bam. Yeah, like Jenkins. Last year, Jenkins may have made that play.
And this kind of goes back to you're right. Jenkins should have. He's here, but this is another. Unfortunately, Devon Diablo played a very good game for the majority of the game. But then this is another example of just kind of how he buries his head. So you'll see it. So Devon Diablo's here. He should be able to kind of help fill a little bit on the opposite side. But he just kind of buries his head. So don't put that all on him. But again, as a linebacker, you got to be able to fill. You know, I basically say close the light with the linebackers. Linebackers got to have vision like running backs. Running backs got to find the hole. Linebackers got to find the hole as well.
Oh yeah.
So. Yeah, just.
Well, hold on. Go back. What? Yeah. What's Spillane do right there?
Spillane's actually. It looks like he came up off the edge here.
Okay. You know what? I wonder if that motion threw him off. I wonder if because he saw the motion, then I wonder if he should have came back once the guy didn't cross the center.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, because it seemed like at that point they had numbers right there.
It's tough because Lalu gets tripped up here.
Yeah. And they had numbers at that point.
So, yeah, it's tough. But again, I put just John Jenkins got to get there. He's got to get down the line of scrimmage. Divine Diablo would have liked him to see. I'd like to see him kind of close that gap a little bit as a linebacker. But Jeffrey Shaw, I think you're saying, I don't like Hobbs ducking his head to make tackles. Yeah, I'm with you. Nick Solano in the building. Did anyone see Mark Davis? Yeah, no, I did see that. I saw it.
Hey, I ain't mad at him, man. Shout out to Mark Davis.
Yeah,
shout out to Bill Belichick. They living their best life, man. They living their best life.
Yeah, and Severe is trying to get in that.
I know he's trying, man. He's trying. I'm not messing with Severe, man. I'm turning a new leaf for 2025, man. Let me be great.
Severe. Chris might be putting something not so clear in that big ass cup he's got over there. I'm just letting you know.
Water, man. You know what I'm saying? Just some water, baby. Just water.
Might be refilled with something different with Severe talking this mess over there.
Oh,
yeah, in the building, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, what's going on, my guy?
The ready for whatever happened to undrafted Amari Gainer.
I know we were talking about that the other day, man. Because good to see Bernie out there, but he didn't get hurt, did he? He just inactive, right?
I think so. And look, like I was high on Amari Gainer. I really love the fact that we got him as undrafted free agent. The only thing is that, and I wish we would have put him back at the linebacker position, which is what we ended up doing.
Had him an edge quite a bit too, didn't they?
Yeah, it's just tough, I don't know. Again, we unfortunately we don't see practice, and so it's just hard to know kind of what's going down with him. But we do see him on special teams. He is out there on special teams, so he's out there. So
yeah, it's just this is just a time to evaluate everyone. I mean, honestly, I still want to see Trey Taylor. I like to see him out there get some reps. Christopher Smith. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't.
So here, this is the last defensive play. Myra in the building. Appreciate you coming up. Yeah.
They won't let me be great, man. They won't let me be great. I'm trying to get my Bryant Gumbel on, man.
Myra G, appreciate you pulling up.
Myra Jay-Z.
So this is the this is the bullshit call.
Oh,
Robert Spillane blitz up the middle. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how you call that. And the announcers, they're pissed off too.
Because he didn't.
He
was going for like a swat, he wasn't going at his head. There wasn't no helmet to helmet.
The one thing that I was looking for was when they did the replay, did he launch into him? No. Sometimes if they launch into him and you make that helmet to helmet contact, instant. It's going to be nowadays if you breathe on the quarterback's helmet. But I'm just sitting there going, how the hell do you call? How do you make that call? That doesn't make any sense. Now, maybe.
Can I tell y'all the truth?
Because we're the Raiders. You make the call.
Can I tell y'all the truth? I made the call. I had to phone a friend. My parlay was in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Get that lifeline going.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, I'm sorry. Blame me. Yeah. I had I was thinking about that number 1 draft pick and my parlay, and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm telling you. Gotta protect our quarterback. Gotta protect our position. I mean, maybe Mark Davis made the call. Let's just put it that way. You gotta protect that draft position.
With a bang play.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just a trash call, but got to protect that draft position. But again, extends the play. But even when you got all the announcers saying it's a trash call and they're calling a Raider game, you know it's bad. So
yeah. And the thing, hold on, look at the ref though. Like, did he act? Did he? Because he was like saying like the ball was tipped. So it's like, I don't know, man. That is just a bad play, man. I mean, the ref that had the best look at it didn't throw the flag. I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, he's like, hey, the ball got tipped.
It doesn't mean
yeah.
First pick of the 2025 draft. That's what we're looking at right now. That's what it is. John Leon, do you think the Turners will be back next season?
No way.
I'm hearing they're going to North Carolina. That's what I'm hearing.
No way. Yeah.
And look, God, if AP comes back, I just don't see it. I don't see it. So
no, I mean, there's no way you can justify it. Like, there's no way you can go into a meeting with Tom Brady saying, hey, you know, I have a plan to make this offense better, but the plan is to keep the Turners, who, you know, we did see a little bit of a better offense in the back end, but not much. There's no way. Like, no one is going to think that's acceptable. That plan's acceptable. You got to give people hope, whether it's, you know, whatever big name that's out there. But the Turners, we know that's not going to get no one really excited. I think that is just us being so used to being mediocre that when we see something a little bit better than what Getsy gave us, then we want to hold on to it. But there's zero chance they come back.
Yeah, I'm with you. Mark Carbone, appreciate you. Think only Telesco will be back. Maybe. Yeah. Hey, he nailed the draft, the best draft that we've had in a very long time. So
he did his part.
He
did his part.
And free agency.
The JJ.
On.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
So, might as well put Dan Flags on the quarterback. It might come to be that.
Yeah, or red jerseys.
Take a handful of years.
Yeah, put the red jerseys on. You can't touch a quarterback.
Exactly. So, all right. So that's defense. We're gonna jump over to the offensive side. Obviously not a whole lot, you know, of excitement on the offensive side, but there's definitely things to look after and look out for, especially on the offensive line. And just again, like I said before, it's unfortunate. I was hoping that Ritter could have shown that he could be a backup next year if he stuck around, and it's just it's tough. It's tough to think he'll even be a backup. And now I kind of see why he was on a practice squad, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So this is kind of an inside zone run. And you know, what we've seen and what we've seen is the weakest link on the offensive line is Dylan
Parham, man. Gosh. I mean, just right away he got destroyed.
Yeah, and let me answer this real quick. Raider Allegiance, if Shedeur is the pick, do we bring in Schumer? No, because even though I'm not a big Shedeur Sanders fan in the top 10, in my opinion, I don't think he's worth it. But that's a whole nother story. I think Schumer's offense didn't do Shedeur Sanders any favors. I think it was so vanilla. It was 80% screens. It was just, you know, everybody talks about him and the 74% completion rating. Well, yeah, when you throw 80% screens, you're going to have a high completion rating. And so Schumer's offense was just, I don't think it helped them at all in just developing and being prepared for the next level. That's just my opinion. But no, I don't want Schumer. So, all right. So let's go. Dylan Parham is on the right-hand side right here. And to me, I just feel like he's just confused as to who he's supposed to get. We see it better here on this side. It's an inside zone run with Sincere McCormick. Dylan Parham's right here. And I'm just
like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What?
I don't understand what his it's almost like he's just doesn't commit to nothing.
Yeah. It's like yeah. You
know, I don't know if he's trying to get back. The only thing I can think of is he's trying to get back to the defensive lineman, but the defensive lineman's kind of holding his head down so he can't get his position back to him. But I'm like, then shit you. But at the same time, he's got to climb to get the linebacker.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, they need to upgrade at the guard position. Justin or DJ, 100%.
ASAP.
I actually think you go after in free agency and get the best offensive guard you can find that fits the system.
Yeah, the best too. Honestly, put someone in there that can really compete with Meredith. I know you're high on Meredith, and I think you can't go wrong with the competition. Because me personally, I don't know. I don't think I want to spend too much draft capital online. To be quite honest, because I think we have enough youth there with, Glaze and JPJ. I think it would be good to have a couple more veterans that are a little bit better than definitely Parham, and then if we can find someone better than Meredith, then let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, but I'm also the advocate of you build the offensive line. If you're going to spend some money, go ahead and spend some money, because then you could potentially, one, you protect your most important asset, which is your quarterback, and two, you can slot in a 5th round, 6th round type of running back or a free agent running back that you get on the cheap end to just kind of find holes.
Yeah.
And so but I'm all for spend some money, and we got a big salary cap next year.
No, yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. You get someone, get the best guy available. Use the draft capital to get some of the sexy picks, the wide receivers, get running back later on. But let's get the trenches. Let's get some guys that are veterans.
Yeah, and double team's supposed to shed, yes. And that's why I'm a little confused again. It looks like the defensive lineman might have had Parham's head down, and maybe he wasn't able to recover off of it.
But you got to get off that. If you're Parham, you got to get off that. You're supposed to be, and he's supposed to be one of the stronger guys on the team. Get off that.
Because at the end of the day, if he gets off that and gets to this linebacker, then Cecile McCormick might be able to fall for yards as opposed to his number 55 coming down. So yeah, got to get second level. This is Jack. Okay. As much as our offense was just plain and simple and as vanilla as it gets on Monday night, we did try a reverse pass. Didn't work out too well. And so Jacoby's up top. Here's the reverse pass attempt. Really,
that safety played. That safety played that so perfect. On Trey, the way he turned his hips, bam. Yep. That's perfect. I mean, there was nowhere that Jacoby could have went. No, and great job. They had Brock Bowers. I mean, we could talk for a second about Brock Bowers. Good coverage here. Yeah. Jacoby's not gonna. Yeah, by then they're on his butt. Yeah. They'll play it one more in the end zone, but you don't see a whole lot. But that's the thing. And we couldn't even get the ball to Brock Bowers. You couldn't. And you remember in the past. So here's one thing I will say. You remember? I think it was against the Broncos, right? All of a sudden, everybody's like, wait a second, Brock Bowers disappeared. Why didn't we get the ball to Brock Bowers? Where's Brock Bowers? But we go back and watch the film. He's open.
Brock Bowers was open 3 to 4 times, maybe even 5 times.
Yeah.
But Gardner Minshew just didn't pull the trigger. In this game, Brock Bowers was never open.
Yeah.
I mean, not even schemed open. It wasn't like, and again, going back to what I was saying before, we love the fact that there was rub routes, there was pick routes for the first couple games. I didn't see any signs of those type of plays. And I can't imagine that it's because Ritter's in and he's getting his first start or what have you. Like, Ritter's been in the league for a while. He understands those route concepts. So for Scott Turner to go just completely vanilla was really weird to me. Yeah. But maybe it is. Maybe it is the Tankathon showing up. So
go back to Raider HI. Shout out to you anyway. Thank you, Raider. Hawaii. Shout out to you. So he said we draft the guard, sign a Pro Bowl, all pro guard, and look at right tackle to challenge DJ Glaze.
Wouldn't be mad at it.
No, I'm not mad at it. Because honestly, I'm cool with drafting a guard because I think we can find one later in the draft, of course. But I just, I definitely want to make sure we bring some strong veterans in for sure. And I'm not talking about what was the guy we brought in a couple years ago? Van Roten. I'm like a legit right guard.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. severe. The Falcons got Bates and Simmons at safety. What the?
That's true. I
Yeah.
mean, those are two of the best safeties in the game, man. You're not going to get them on a double reverse pass or whatever.
Yeah. And so John Leone, you're saying we need a left tackle. I honestly, man, because we need a right guard so bad, and Chris, to your point, we probably need depth as well
Yeah.
for competition. I'm thinking Colton sticks around, to be honest with you.
Oh, he has to. No, he has to. Like whenever I was talking about like Colton, it was more or less like a couple years ago. I was trying to get on the front end of it, like where we could have got some real value. But no, I mean at this point we gotta have Colton. There's no way we can have a rookie left tackle for our rookie quarterback. No way.
Yeah. So yeah, shit. Look at what Caleb Williams is going through. He's getting his ass handed to him every single game. Like it happens so often to rookies, and it's just like, man, like prioritize the offensive line. Yeah. Protect this kid so you at least give him a chance. So
Colton, like to me, like Colton, he started off slow this season because he was hurt, like, and you could tell he just didn't get reps in mini camp and or training camp and all that stuff. So but as the season's going on, he's been playing better. So but those first few games when he was back, he was a true liability.
And I think it just, for me, I thought it was only going to take him a few games, 2, maybe 3, to kind of get his feet under him. It seemed like it took him like 6 or 7.
It did. It took him a while.
Just kind of goes to show it even takes veterans a while. Yeah. Not even an old veteran. He's not old. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly. So this is inside zone run. Looks like JPJ overreaches a little bit, but also Parham's just not there to help. And so you'll see it in the end zone view a little bit better.
Like, what is Parham doing? Like, he pisses me off, man.
I'm telling you, like, this is just
pisses me off. He's like always lost. Like, whereas like JPJ is always looking for somebody to hit, always.
But and so Parham JPJ knows. He knows he has to. This is the inside zone run. So JPJ knows he's got to make sure that he gets to this guy's shoulder quickly, right? And so he tries to run to him. He tries to get to his shoulder quickly. He kind of overreaches a little bit. But Parham, I believe this D tackle, if I remember, this D tackle actually goes left, which as soon as that happens, Parham, get your ass down the line. And he doesn't. He hesitates. He tries to punch. Guy's not there. And this D tackle comes right inside. So as much as JPJ, I think he's got to get to the shoulder first, but he overreaches just a little bit. Zero help.
From Parham. Yeah. And he's just always looking so lost. That's
just what the hell was that? That's okay. We got Jared, for sure. We got 2 doggy paddles in the building. Right? we got Tyree's doggy paddle on defense, and I don't know what the hell this is.
Yeah, we gotta call a name for that. The do-si-do, little do-si-do or something. I don't know what it is.
What the hell is he doing with his left arm? Nothing. There's no help there. So yeah. I mean, I'll go back one more time. Like, realistically, what you'd want to do is you want to be able to ride this guy completely down. Sincere McCormick kind of rides down with you, and maybe JPJ is the one, because 40 is going to go with Sincere if Sincere kind of continues to take this off of maybe outside of Meredith. And actually, I want to see how this whole opens, actually. Yeah, there it is. So realistically, if Parham actually steps down like he's supposed to, takes 98 on, that means that now JPJ's got an angle on 40. That JPJ can kind of help get 98.
Go to the next level. Yep.
Yeah, get 98's hips kind of down inside. That means Parham can work his hips around him. You got Jordan Meredith blocking 55 out. He's doing a good job. And now you got JPJ right in line with 40. And now Sincere McCormick's one-on-one with 20. And running back's got to do what running back's supposed to do, make one miss. Like, you're as good as your weakest link on the offensive line, because it just takes one missed block and you're screwed.
Yeah.
And so, God, yeah, Parham.
It's bad.
Parham, gone. That's what you are.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
This is Alexander. This is Mattson's fumble. This one's tough.
His first touch, his first carry. And the line actually blocked well. They blocked well for that play, honestly.
Yeah, and I apologize. I'm gonna call you Pops because
Donna Pops.
Donna Pops. We're gonna go Donna Pops.
Yeah.
You're in section 143. Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right because when watching the film, we did not try that outside zone at all. We tried to attack the interior of this Falcons defense, and it just didn't work out very well, mainly because of Dylan Parham. So yeah, watching the film and going through it, just didn't see it. Did not see it at all, unfortunately. End zone view of the fumble. God, just puts the helmet around the ball. Can't have those turnovers. And I think the announcer said something like, that was the Falcons' first turnover in the last 5 or 6 games or something like that.
Of course it had to be us.
Crazy, of course.
Yeah.
This is the inside. This is another inside power run, and just get stuffed up.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly who was at true fault. You got JPJ gets pushed back a little bit. Yeah, JPJ just kind of gets beat up a little bit.
They were tearing us up in the interior line.
They really were
tearing us up. That's unlike JPJ. You don't see him get bullied like that often.
No. But I do think it's also part of the fact that they didn't respect our pass. They knew that Ritter wasn't going to be able to just pick them apart.
Yeah.
And so I think this D line was just pinning their ears back and going. But yeah, just beat up on that play. That's pretty bad. This is this is Ritter's deep ball to Mayer that's incomplete. Okay. So this is when Desmond Ritter does a good job, rolls to his right, buys some time a little bit. And Desmond Ritter, if you want to be a starter, have yourself a spot. I understand it was tipped.
Oh, actually, you know what? Make. You know what? Hold on. It's I almost, if I remember right, I think Big Mike could have caught that. I think that may have been on Big Mike.
So it was slightly tipped. On the replay, it looked like the defender just slightly tipped it and changed the trajectory within a foot and a half or two of getting to Michael Mayer.
Yeah, it wasn't the best throw, but I mean, for him to be on the run,
but for me though, is if Ritter wants to prove that he could be a quarterback in the league, you got separation.
Oh, you gotta make that.
This is the throw you make. You put it over his shoulder. Don't even let the linebacker be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? And make that throw. And this is a throw Ritter can make. I mean, if you watch him throw this on the run, he throws the ball naturally very well. He has no problem get the ball out there.
Yeah.
But holy shit, you got to put that ball 7 yards deeper.
And honestly, that's one of his strengths, being able to throw on the run. Honestly, he's one of the guys that you can trust to do that. But
yeah, so
you got to make that throw.
You got to make the throw. Like that's going to be able to that's going to be the throw that tells other teams whether or not you could be a viable backup and you're no longer on a practice squad. And you got to put it out there. So let's see. Okay, this is unfortunate. This one is 3rd and 12. You got Trey Tucker open, and it's only if Desmond Ritter allows it to develop. So right now, let me go back a little bit. I feel like Desmond Ritter just kind of checked this thing down a little bit too quick. You got Trey Tucker at the top of the screen. Got to have a little bit of anticipation, but right now, which he still has a decent pocket. Trey Tucker comes open.
Yeah.
Right here
for the first down.
And again, down distance is important. Too. This is 3rd and 12.
Yep.
So this gives us a first down. This moves the chains. And we'll go to the end zone view. And he had to clean enough pocket.
Trey was wide open, man.
Yeah, he has a clean enough pocket to where if he just let that thing develop for just a half a second longer.
Yeah, you got
clean.
Everybody, yeah, that's a nice pocket right there. That's a nice pocket.
Clean pocket. And at this point, this is when Trey Tucker's coming open. So
and it's strange that Ritter was Trey Tucker's quarterback in college, man. You would have thought
he was.
You would have thought they would have more chemistry, man. Gosh, he's open. You're not gonna get a better look than that. You're not.
So yeah, that's tough. Check down running back was wide open. It was wide open. Yeah, but wide open for a reason. It's 3rd and 12. Raider Goon, appreciate you coming through as
Raider
well.
Goon, what's going on, man? Hold on, Severe say who's that DP?
Let's see.
Let's see. Let me look at Parham. What? Parham held his own. He held his own.
But again, yeah, just let it develop, man. He's sitting in the pocket. I understand he's getting pressure, but you gotta let it develop. This is one where I believe. Let me run it. I think he missed Brock deep. Let me see. Brock's down here. Let me look.
Yeah, that's Brock.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is one where, again, this is another example. Ritter, if you want to make a claim that you could be at least a backup quarterback in this league, these are the plays you got to make. You extend the play, right?
It don't get no better than that.
And look, you know who this guy is? It's a defensive end. This isn't a linebacker.
Lob it right to the 50-yard line. Let him run under it.
Exactly. Look at this.
Let him run under it.
You got nothing but green down the sideline. Hasn't passed the line of scrimmage. He's still 2.5, 3 yards away from the line of scrimmage. You just put it on him. And so
make that play, man.
You make that play. Instead, he takes off and runs. We'll do one more on the sky view, and then we'll go the end zone view. But it's just these are the plays that you need to make a claim that you could be a viable quarterback in this league.
Okay, JPJ. All right. Boy, JPJ getting busy.
Yeah, man. Brock Bowers is running after that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And honestly, whoever comes up to him, he's stiff arming him, and he's taking that to the house.
So we got O-line. JPJ throwing guys down.
JPJ is my boy, man. I swear, man. I know he's not going to be. I don't know. He should be on the all-rookie team. Come here. Get well, no.
But just he pumps it. Who the hell did he fool pumping that goddamn football?
Once he passed the line of scrimmage, too.
Just, it's number 91 that drops off into the flats. He pumps it, and I'm like, who
you're already past the line of scrimmage at that point, man.
Damn it. So, Severe doesn't really was a dasher. He's used to doing it himself. He's about to be. That's going to be his next career change. All right. This is Dylan Parham on the goal line. He's up at the top here. We just got to watch the last snaps of Dylan Parham as a Raider.
Come on, man. Honestly, when you look at that, man, if I didn't know better, I would think he was point shaving or something. He would have to get investigated. He literally what's those bull, the ones that have the little flag and let the bulls,
the toros or whatever.
Man. He literally opened up and let the bull just go.
Yeah,
he's point shaving. So, he needs to get investigated.
I don't know who made that comment earlier, but players giving up. This looks like players giving up, which is crazy to me.
See, I don't even think it's that. I just think he's just not good at football. I hate to say it, but it's this is stuff we saw last year.
Like this is like multiple, but even watch his reaction
Like
afterwards.
look at that.
He's just like, oh yeah, my bad. Let me help you up a little bit. Just like
Matadors.
All eyes on G.
Yeah.
Hey, perfect timing. I appreciate you coming in the
Shout out
building.
all
Perfect
eyes
timing.
on G. It's a matador, man. Like, what are you doing? And then,
Just,
and then 8:05. What do we do right after this? After seeing that play, what do we do right after this? Same play, don't we?
Same play. And I got it. And it's just
that's okay. That was
yeah. It's like that's me. To me, it just looks like giving up. You know what I'm saying? He's just damn man, but that's how you get your ass kicked in the locker room. That's all I gotta say.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like honestly, like old school, like if Richie Incognito was like back there, or just some of them old school dudes, they wouldn't put up with this, man. They wouldn't put up with this. That's crazy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Kreiser in the building. Yeah. Parman's definitely team tank.
Man.
He knew the assignment, right?
He does need to be investigated, man. He does. Parham gets me hot.
It is point shaving, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It is, man. You're just like, what are you doing?
What was the spread on the? Well, I think wasn't it a 7-point spread?
Yes, he was like,
was it 7 points?
Yes,
damn it.
Like, I got y'all.
This is the safety.
Yeah, the very next play, right?
The very next play we're running through.
Look at that. Look at that. Look.
It's back to back on Parham. Like, I mean, he basically just doesn't get off the line. He gets his hips get bent backwards. You got some penetration coming here a little bit, but
I'm gonna have to get a drink, man. See,
Parham, yeah, you are.
I've been trying to be good. Look at that. Look.
Like, you get some penetration here, but Jordan Merritt does a good job. This guy, the D line crosses his face, so he shields him out. But Dylan, I mean, I think the linebackers come pretty hard here.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's point shaving.
Man. Like when you get when you get bent backwards like that, I mean, you're done. Once your hips are compromised, you're done. Like he's just,
nah, man,
that's bad. So
I'm not bot, man. This is crazy.
But what's bad is it's back to back,
back to back
on Dylan.
And my thing is, at that point, you got to put it on the offensive coordinator. Like, hey, you see that the interior is killing us
now. And we talked about it earlier. I'm not exactly sure why you are running out of gun that close to the end zone. Like
6-0. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's on the Turners, man.
Like, did you never take a single check snap like in practice on the sideline? You know what I'm saying? Like that just boggles my mind that you are literally in gun on the 2 foot
on the goal line when the interior lineman just gave up a 1.5 yard loss the play before.
Like, have we seen that? Have you ever seen that before on the 1 foot line?
I'm not.
A team go out of gun and actually run the ball. You can go out of gun and pass it.
Yeah.
Like that,
especially back to back. Like, man, yeah. Because usually you're right under center and you're running the ball to try to give yourself some room. Let me at least try to get 3 yards, give myself some room. Now we can play.
So yeah, it didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, don't make.
I mean, he's making this dude look like Aaron Donald, man.
So I believe this is one of the last play of the drives, and I got a question for everybody. And Chris, I'll throw it at you so you can kind of give your take on it. This was actually one of the last drive of the half, and this is a quick slant to Brock Bowers down here in the slot, just kind of a quick seam route, dig, slant, whatever you want to call it. Good timing, good ball.
That was risky though. That was risky.
Oh, it gets riskier.
I actually don't like. Hold on. What was Mayer open? I know it was complete, but that was
all I gotta say is severe. I'm not putting your comment up. Okay.
what he say. Just said Parham got his hips been.
God damn it, severe. I'm not even respecting your comment right now.
Yeah, why not go to mayor right there, man? I mean, I know it worked, but I feel like the mayor would be a safer pick or a safer option at that point. Boom.
But like, you see a lot of inside slants like that. I'm not trying to. That's not too bad, but good timer route. You got one more where I believe this is. I believe. No, this is the one. Yeah, triple coverage.
What's the down and distance on that? Like I don't even like that. I don't like that play call.
This was the last drive of the half. So I think we're trying to get down. We're trying to get down.
Trying to get some yards. Oh, well, it was only 1st and 10. Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know what the time is though.
But I also want to point out, right? It's 1st and 10. Right away, I appreciate you pulling up. I think this is the one. Really, just basic play calling.
That's what I'm saying.
Vanilla play calling. Yeah.
It's like
you just
like 4 seams. Yeah,
all nines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, Ritter just throws triple coverage. That's a tough one.
I mean, you may have had a chance with. Oh, that's Big Mike up there, so it's not like he's gonna. Okay, how about to say? Did he do a wheel? Yes.
I just don't see what Ritter's seeing. I mean, you got way too many guys sitting around.
He's not saying nothing. He don't see nothing. He just knows that it's Bowers. So that's
exactly
that's all it is.
But again, very vanilla play calling.
Yeah,
kind of frustrating to see. Would love to see, some crossers. Maybe some outside guy run to the post. Maybe inside guy run to a deep out. Maybe even a corner out. Like just run some confusion a little bit. Make the defensive backs have to stay on their toes. But again, very basic. Now this is the last play of the half, and it's a sack coming off of Colton Miller's side. It's a sack. It's a tough one, but
yeah, he got beat. He got beat by someone quicker.
He got beat. You got these guys. Their ears are pinned back. They know it's the end of the half.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's.
But here's my question in chat. Let me know what you think. And Chris, I gotta go grab something, but I want you to get your take on this. I believe it was over 30 seconds left with 2 timeouts at that point. We get that sack. There was 2 timeouts. I think it was almost 40 seconds. And we just let the play clock run and we go into halftime. Now, I understand you got Ritter. Our offense really isn't doing anything. But I'm just going to take Antonio Pierce's words. He said, I think it was like 3-4 weeks ago, what the hell do you have to lose?
Yeah.
He said in the presser, what the hell do you have to lose at this point? And I'm sitting there going, there's 30 plus seconds. I think it was closer to 40 with 2 timeouts left. Why the hell don't you continue to try to get you got one of the better kickers in the league.
Yeah, just get on the other side of the 50. You have a shot.
Exactly. You just need about 15 yards to just attempt a long field goal. 15 yards, attempt a long field goal. There's still time enough to where you can actually spike the ball, maybe kill it with 3 seconds, whatever it may be. You're not going to give them an opportunity with the ball back. What's your thoughts on AP just basically calling it, saying I'm going into the locker room? Let me know in chat. Let us know as well. I'm going to go grab something really quick.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I mean, me personally, man, I think that again, I don't know if it's more of a offensive coordinator that kind of made that decision, but yeah, I want to see more fight, at the end of the day. And this is me talking from, being a Raider fan, not a guy that's hashtag SS and thinking about the first pick, but from that standpoint, I think AP made the right decision. But from the competitive standpoint, you gotta make give him a shot, give Carlson a shot, get on the other side of the 50-yard line, see what you can do. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But chat, man, what do you guys think, man? We've seen, I think it's hard to really judge the defense, but on a offensive standpoint, how are you guys feeling about, just the direction of, should we give the Turners another shot? Should we, what should we do with AP? Me personally, I mean, Scott has to go to me.
Yeah, based on this, and again, it looks like a completely different type of play caller between the first two games. This one, very different play caller.
Right. Like you said, no rubs, no kind of creativity except the stupid double pass and stuff like that. But yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly.
Yeah. And so it's like Carlson making 70-yarders during pregame, probably.
He does all the time.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if you're at the game and seeing it, 100%. Ready to turn the page, right? Is Carter Bradley that bad in practice at this point where he can't even start? I don't know, man. Because I think you kind of see, we now know what Desmond Ridder is a little bit. And I wanted to see Desmond Ridder play a few games again to potentially be a viable backup. But it looks like, man, he just cannot read defenses. It's a struggle. So at this point, maybe we'll see Carter Bradley maybe the last 2 games. We'll see. Yeah, see what the kid's got. Let's see. All right. This one's so I thought my boy, when I saw this in the game, and I couldn't remember. I didn't go back to see it. And then when I saw it in the film, I thought my boy Jordan Meredith. I thought he was screwing up. I built him up so much. I was excited when we brought him back in the offseason, and I see this happen, and I almost panicked for a second. I was like, man, I'm gonna get some shit when we do some film. And so you got guard up the top, lets his man go.
Oh, I thought that was him. That's not that's white hair.
Oh, it's white hair. You bet your ass it's white hair.
Honestly, I was watching that and I was like, I'm gonna talk to 805 about that. We're gonna have a conversation about his boy.
Oh, I painted
man, I didn't realize that was Cody. Okay, you dodged a bullet.
I painted for a second. I was like, oh man, Meredith, you did not just let me down like that.
I was like,
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. Get off me, man.
It's Meredith doing Meredith things. That's what it is. Or white hair doing white hair things. Like that, I mean,
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I painted for a second. Don't worry. I take the back
club in the building. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Appreciate you pulling through. Yeah, I panicked for a second. But wait a second. No, I didn't panic because I know my boy Jordan.
You know your boy. Man, I can't wait to our show. Oh man, Cody Whitehair saved you, man.
Oh man, your guys' thoughts on Ben Johnson as head coach. All right, let's do this. I'll start that. We'll talk a little bit right towards the end. Right away, we'll get into that just for a second. All right, this is Desmond Ridder gets the sack on him. Unfortunately, Jacoby Myers, he's kind of wide open down here at the bottom. I'll play it again. And once again, it's just kind of, and I don't remember specifically, but I think Desmond Ridder actually was looking at Jacoby Myers. He's down here, and you just got to just throw the ball. Just get it to him.
Yeah.
We'll look at the end zone view. I don't see where his eyes are. Well, it looks like he's looking straight downfield, like he's holding the safety for nobody. I don't know why he's trying to hold the safety, but
oh yeah, he was waiting for who was that up top? Was that that Trey? I mean that was such a slow developing play. Like you got to move on at that point.
I mean,
yeah,
what the hell? He looked at Jacoby first.
Yeah, but I think originally he was going to look off the guy, and then I think he wanted to go back up top.
Probably.
Yeah, because he was like boom, and then he was ready, but It was
But
just
what's
too much.
weird though is when he goes back, if you just look at his head, it doesn't even look like he's going back to throw it. It looked like he bailed quick.
Yeah.
Like he goes one, goes back, bail. It's almost like he wasn't even giving himself time to get ready to throw the ball.
Yeah. Because really on that left side of the line, you actually had numbers, really. So if he kind of just bought himself some time to the left, he probably could have. Yeah, because I mean, it wouldn't have been open. I mean, that safety played it beautifully.
No, but you look at Jacoby's, man. Jacoby's like Jacoby's
Yeah, you
sitting
got
there
to
going,
get rid of it. Yeah,
get me
you
the
got to get rid
ball.
of it.
Jacoby's wide open. He's like, just give him
Boom,
the
right
ball.
there.
He's frustrated.
Yeah.
And you look at Trey Tucker at the top of the screen. I mean, I don't know if he's sacked. It's hard to tell. Like by the time, but Trey Tucker looks like he slows up.
Yeah, I mean, but Trey, yeah, I think
So,
that
but
safety, unless it was,
look at this route by Trey Tucker though. He doesn't even see that Ritter is sacked, and he's already slowing by the time he whips his head around to look. I don't get it. He's jogging.
Yeah, but I say he didn't even sell the first portion of the route.
To me, that's also a shitty route by Trey Tucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't sell that at all.
I mean, let's see it one more time. I mean, he tries to bend this thing out. He goes upfield, tries to bend it out, tries to bend it here.
Cause Justin's it looked like he's coming up. Justin Simmons is coming up. But yeah, if he bent it right there and like with some authority,
but he's as soon as right here, as soon as he bends it out and goes up, he's in jog mode.
Yeah,
he doesn't even know that Ritter's snapped.
Yeah,
that's another thing about Trey Tucker. But well, that's for another day.
Yeah.
Here's Ritter takes off and runs. Now, okay, we've been talking shit about Parham. We'll give Parham some love on this one. Parham's down here. He pulls a little just kind of gotcha block, comeback block on one of these guys. Got him.
I mean,
I'll give Parham some love.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was almost like a Tyree getting a sack and no one blocked him. Like
that's true.
He literally had no responsibility and he blindsided the guy. So boom. That's for you dogging me last quarter.
So I'll give Parham some love. All right. We'll give credit where credit's due. Let's see.
Where's Sweet Feet?
Where is it?
Where's our boy been? Where Thayer been, man?
He's been
there.
He's been working on his receiver stance on the sideline. That's what he's been working on.
He said, "I'm gonna run this 9 route tonight."
All eyes on G. You thought Ritter to Tuck. I mean, you thought there would be some chemistry there. You know what I'm saying? Like connection for them to connect a little bit. But man, it's been awful. So this is Matson. This is him. Probably best run of the night. Running people over. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's a nice little mean run. Gotta love that.
That's an all-pro safety you ran over.
Look at him.
Come here. Boom.
Love it. Best run of the night. And then we're going to get into let's see. I think this is Ritter's attempt at a deep ball to Tucker. Now we will show the Hail Marys too. We'll show those at the tail end. But you got Trey Tucker at the top of the screen.
That was a good D. I mean, that he just wasn't open. That was good D.
It's good D, but this kind of goes to show when you're throwing to a 5'11" receiver, and that receiver knows he's got no chance. Watch Tucker just give up.
Yeah, he bailed.
He knows.
Yeah,
and now it's overthrown a little bit. Okay, I get that, but at the same time, like Tucker just knows no chance, and
if you got an adult size receiver over there, you can back shoulder it if you got to or something. You know, I mean, give it a jump ball, try to get a PI or something.
And I think it's tough because at the same time, I don't know why you attempt that throw, given the fact that it's good coverage on a 5'11" receiver.
Right.
What are you throwing to at that point? That shows me for him that either he doesn't understand the offense at all, or he refuses to kind of go through his progression.
Yeah.
Because he's covered before he gets 5-7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And
And
so if you go
yeah,
ahead.
no, I was about to say, and that corner bailed out like right in time too. So,
Yep.
I imagine if he thought he was going to press him, there was a chance there, but he bailed out. He played that perfectly.
And you got two other options. That's the thing. I understand that he sees one-on-one coverage. He's pressed. You're thinking that Trey Tucker is going to potentially beat him deep. But the thing is you have two other options. You got Brock Bowers that goes with the seam, and you got Jacoby Myers that actually can beat his guy one-on-one. I
Right.
think if I remember watching it last time, Jacoby Myers actually had to step on the corner. I'll pause it. Yeah, put outside shoulder on Jacoby Myers. Yeah. Oh, Chris, I think. Did you mute?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
That,
you
man,
get
Brock
mad
right
over there.
there.
Is that what you're doing? You get mad over there?
I know.
Pressing buttons and shit.
Man, hit Brock right there.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is that the safety obviously is reading his eyes. So if he comes back, maybe he comes back. But again, you could. But here, Jacoby Myers is wide open down below.
Yeah. Either
Put
or.
it outside shoulder.
Literally, either or.
God, just and Ritter's got the arm. Drop it outside shoulder. But
I mean, Tucker literally is the only one not open.
right?
Literally the one that's not. And he has a. Oh man.
Serious. The only one not open.
SS, man. Hashtag SS.
Yeah, right.
Strategic substitutions for y'all that don't know.
And right, Raider Nation Drinking Club, they need to throw to Brock Bowers 15, 20 times a game. You're right. And what, he had 3 catches?
Yeah.
I don't even know if he was targeted. I think maybe 7 times tops. So
yeah, I think he he was targeted 6 times.
6 times. Yeah.
Three
which
catches.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, at all.
So there's a lot of space between those receivers and DBs. There's a lot of space. I do think Ritter looking at Trey influences a safety. He could recover and come back.
It's so open. Yeah.
But
honestly, the Jacoby, like, because Brock, of course, I think if you throw a strike, Brock could get busy. But I think if you drop that to Jacoby, that could be to the house.
That could be a house. And to some people in the chat, to your point, I mean, if you keep Brock on this hash, that's a different story.
Yeah.
If you throw the ball and you keep Brock on this hash, he's catching that. Maybe this safety tackles him at contact, but still.
Split the hash. Yeah.
Chris, to your point, he picked the one receiver not open.
The 5'3" receiver.
Exactly.
And threw a jump ball to him.
So, Raider Paul, what's going on, man? Appreciate you pulling up. Everybody in the bill, man. Again, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. I got Chris Protect the Show podcast down below. I'm 805 Raider, Real Talk, Raider Nation. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. We do this every time after a game, midway through the week. We try to do it on Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays. But definitely try to hit you with just some game film. So this is my biggest concern is just we've seen some concerns with just the run blocking and the scheme, right? I think we've changed our scheme. We're definitely going to more of an inside zone run or a power scheme. On this one, we're down the goal line. This very well could be a DJ Glaze mistake. But what happens is we basically get a hat across the board, which is fine. But when you're down on the goal line and you run an inside run, this looks like more of a power run. The one guy you don't forget about is the middle linebacker. And so I'll kind of run it. But inside run definitely looks like a bit more of a power scheme. And it shows the end zone view really well. But you don't leave the middle linebacker alone. Oh, sorry, 53.
Wait, you say it was on Glaze?
So the only reason why I say that, and because again, there has to be a lot of communication, right? Typically on an inside run.
Oh,
Glaze,
you let the guy go. Yeah, you let
you're not
him go
getting the
and block.
defensive end.
Yeah,
You're calling everybody down. Now it's on the center to kind of help out, right?
yeah,
You're the quarterback of the offensive line. But in this situation, then you're trying to DJ Glaze, come down, come down. Everybody
yeah.
can kind of come down, and now you got Jordan
Somebody got hit
Meredith that
by 3. Yeah,
should possibly take 53, right? So again, I don't know if it's a scheme problem or if it's a communication problem. I don't know, but there's no way down the goal line you run an inside run play and you leave the middle linebacker alone.
yeah,
So again, I don't know who to put this on exactly,
yeah.
but
Because it seems like no one was even going, like, no one was even trying to chip and then go to the next level to even go get him. It was
yeah.
like there was no plan in place to even block him at all.
Now
So you might be right.
sometimes I know, run schemes again 'cause playing linebacker for so long. There are times where you'll take a tight end and come down and earhole the crap out of a linebacker. Right. So sometimes it's a tight end that's going to leave. Like, for example, I don't know who this is or who this is. Usually it might be this guy. Again, you
I
leave the
think that's
defensive end
Brock.
alone.
Yeah,
You just come down, you earhole the crap out of number 53, and that running back's going to cut off that block. But just nobody gets there. I don't know if someone tries to get there. No. So
yeah. That wasn't even yeah. No one even he wasn't part of the plan at all.
so again, I don't know who to necessarily put that on, but at the end of the day, right? You're on the goal line running an inside power run and nobody picks up the inside linebacker. That doesn't make much sense. So, let's see. I'm just reading the comments just see if anybody has some insight on that.
Rafa in the building.
What's going on, Rafa? Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see. Maybe he's the one that should have gotten. They said maybe. Raiders O line needs work. Yeah,
Raider
100%.
go. Hey, 805. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. All right, next one we got. This one's DJ Glaze. He just kind of has some bad eyes. Unfortunately, a lot if you guys have been with us, we talk about just kind of the eyes of the offensive line, making sure that even if you attach onto somebody and they're going away, someone's coming back. Then you got to make sure your eyes are disciplined. So you got DJ Glaze on the top of the screen at the right tackle position. And he kind of just lets his guy go. Now, mind you, ball's coming down opposite way. You see it better on the end zone. In the end zone, it's a pass play. DJ Glaze has to pick up this man coming through. So DJ Glaze is right here. Everything gets washed down. Here comes a guy just right over his gap right here. I don't know why he's chasing. What was bad about this is that when DJ Glaze completely turns his shoulders, and now his shoulders are facing, now his numbers are facing the sideline, that means you can't see anybody else coming. And so he committed way too far down the line of scrimmage, and that's why he never sees the guy coming. Number 27, he just comes hard off the edge. DJ Glaze, his eyes aren't there, doesn't see the man coming, and that's the guy that brings the pressure. Chris, I'll go over one more time for you. DJ Glaze, just bad eyes. It's a fake handoff coming down to this sideline. DJ Glaze just commits too far, lets a blitzer come over the top. I was just saying, we talk about eyes all the time with the offensive line. He just gets his shoulders turned. When your numbers are facing the sideline, you can't recover. 27 just blitzes right on top of him, and he gets the pressure. I don't know why he ran him down.
Yeah, I don't either. That was a good blitz too, though. That was that was a well-timed blitz.
Good blitz, but man, just don't run him down. No point in running him down.
Yeah.
Stay square.
Yeah, you left that wide open. Yep.
So again, rookie mistakes. Let's see. Hopefully he can clean them up.
Yeah.
This is the overthrow, like some of the people in the comments talk about. Overthrow, interception by Ritter. That's a bad pick. Throwing into double coverage. Jacoby Myers is not open. I mean, the only way Jacoby Myers is open is if you lead him further to the middle of the field. That's the only way. And hold on, I got said Myers supposed to kick out the first defender. Yes, you're right. I think that on the last play, I think that blitz came just slightly late, where maybe Myers didn't see it.
Yeah.
But I agree with you that he should have kicked out the first threat. You always got to defend the inside man. Let's put it that way, because the inside man is the closest threat to the quarterback. So I agree with you. He should have kicked out the inside guy, but unfortunately, I think that guy came just late enough to where Jacoby Myers may not have seen him. But yeah, if Ritter, he throws this on top. If Ritter bends Jacoby Myers down into the middle, maybe it's a chance, but it's just a bad throw overall.
Oh yeah. I mean, at my point, I mean, honestly, I got to see how much time he had, but could he have hit Brock Bowers on that? Let me see how
Got himself in pocket.
oh yeah, he had a pocket. I think Bowers.
Let's see where Bowers is at. He's down here.
Right there. Yeah. Boom. Throw it now.
Yeah.
Throw it now.
Could have. I don't know. Let's look down in distance. I don't know what the down distance was.
Yeah, it was in 10. It was 10 yards. Boom. He's man, first down.
Yeah, that's second and 10. So yeah, you take Bowers. You could take Bowers.
I mean, really, that's the only person you could take, really.
But I understood, because if you watch Jacoby Myers and the way that he bends this, look, he wants to bend in. He wants to bend in now because he sees that safety. Jacoby Myers isn't going to continue to run to that safety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he starts to bend it in where
to the seam. Yep.
I think he's trying to say, hey, put this ball in the hash and let me run and go get it.
Yeah.
To kind of take that safety out. But instead, Ritter thinks he's going to continue vertical into the safety for some reason, which doesn't make any sense. And just a bad interception.
Yeah, and if you're trying to get to Meyer, you got to fire that in there. Like you can't, you really can't put no air on that. You got to zip that in there because it has to beat.
Yeah,
beat Justin Simmons. Yeah, that was just a bad play by Ritter altogether.
And especially if you're going to try to hit him on, if Jacoby's going to bend in, you try to hit him on the hash, you got to zip that thing in there.
Yeah, you got to beat him there.
But instead, you play catch with the safety. Appreciate that. Some people are saying check down to the running back, I think, on this play.
Yeah, I mean the running back's cool too, but that linebacker steps up, so that makes Brock even more open. But yeah, I mean you can go either or. I mean,
yeah, but yeah, 2nd and 10. No reason why you're doing that unless you put it on the hash and bend Jacoby back in. But yeah, just hit Brock. Another opportunity to get the ball to Brock Bowers, but didn't happen.
Yeah.
We got, let's see. Okay, then this is a very impressive throw. You got some bad throws. You got a impressive throw. This is kind of that wheel route coming up with the running back where he just drops it into Amir Abdullah. It's a pretty throw.
That was. That was nice.
That's a nice throw.
That was a dime. Shout out to my 2 cents.
I haven't seen my 2 cents in a little bit. Hope he comes back. What's up, Rebel? Appreciate you coming in.
Rebel, what's going on, man? That was a nice ball. That was a nice
ball. Good play call. You know what I'm saying? In man-to-man coverage, you understood that you're going to get man-to-man. Good matchup. And
it was number 80.
That's Justin Shorter. Or no, Ramel Keaton, I think.
I don't think that's Keaton, is it? I don't think that's Keaton. Is it? No. Yeah.
Oh no, that's that is that like Mitchell or Marshall guy?
Yeah. Yep, I think so.
Yeah. But again, good recognizing man coverage with a simple little wheel route with the linebacker or with the running back. and just drops a dime. Rebel, is that Justin Shorter? Oh yeah, Terrence Marshall. Because Justin Shorter, I think, is 88.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, I think that was Marshall. He
I
said
think
88.
Justin Shorter is 88.
Yeah.
Okay. So then next one we got.
We
Okay.
just put anybody out there now. Anybody with a little size. Pause.
I know, right? That's not as bad as my comment of Dylan Parham. Thanks, Severe, for pointing it out.
No, that was nowhere close to your comment. No, nowhere close.
YouTube's gonna kick me off. All right, so this is the touchdown pass to Amir Abdullah. Amir Abdullah, man, telling you, hell of a job. Catch the ball.
He's a tough dude, man. He's a tough dude. Scrappy.
Yeah.
Tough dude. You win the losers.
That's true. Yeah, man. Good job, Amir Abdullah. And Redway, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate that, man.
So good job, Amir Abdullah, man. He's been doing it all season. Now here's chat. Let me know if this is acceptable at this point in the season. That's the touchdown. This is the extra point. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys on the field for the extra point. It's on coaching. Players, you're professionals. You better get your ass out there. But at the same time, it's on coaching. Like you can't have these mistakes.
Oh, that's true. But honestly, I think either Cole or Carlson, they need to be counting out though. I mean, hey, we don't got enough people. But yeah, you're right. It is on coaching, but someone's needs to be held accountable of counting out. Like, hey, we're missing one.
Shout out. -6 was the point spread.
That is true. That is true.
-6 was the point spread. Oh man, Vegas wins again some way somehow. You know they did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't have these mistakes. It's that simple. And I don't think Mayer is the wing on that side. And so
wait, hold on one second. Hold up. Okay, never mind.
What the tanking? Right? I'm telling you, like you can't make this stuff up.
You can't.
We kill ourselves in every way possible.
He said, I'm telling you, man, Parham and held somebody back. He said, no, you're not
holding him back.
Investigate Parham. # investigate Parham.
But Parham wasn't holding him back. Parham was like, hey, man, I'll go in for you. Don't worry about this.
Yeah.
And then didn't go in. That's what happened. Jesus. But you know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's you put that again, players' responsibility. You're professionals. But mistakes like this can't happen, which fall on the coaches. So, we got 3 plays left. This was the last drive of the game. Just good little tempo throw to Jacoby Myers to kind of help get us kind of down the field a little bit. Oh, sorry, I thought it was a different one. Not tempo throw. That's just a good throw.
Yeah.
Should have got to the sideline a little bit more, but hey, you got us in the rage to kind of get a couple shots at the end zone. But good route by Jacoby Myers down at the bottom. Damn, dude, I thought when I watched it, I thought Jacoby Myers wasn't going to get up because I thought he hit his head.
Oh yeah.
And watch him wobble a little bit as he's getting up. I thought he wasn't going to be able to get the ball back to the ref, and we're going to lose time. I was like, watch this. In that way, with our receiver, get a concussion, can't get the ball back. Because look, he hits his head, and watch him wobble a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, watch us lose because our receiver just gets concussion and can't get the ball back to the ref. But good pocket, good step up, good throw.
That was a good throw. That really was a good throw.
But that's to get us in position to have the 2 Hail Mary throws. So I apologize if it's a little dialed back. The view dials it back, obviously, because it's a Hail Mary, so it might be hard to see. But this first one rolls to his left and tries to drop it in there. Nobody there.
My heart was pounding at this point. Pounding.
Rare Nation Drink Club. Honestly, it depends on when you saw the spread, because the spreads will change. It could have
Yeah,
been 6 the day before, or 5.5 at kickoff, or vice versa.
yeah, I feel like it started at 6.
But I mean, I don't know if we got anybody tall enough, but I'm just sitting there going, did Ritter overthrow everybody again?
I mean,
No, maybe it was at
he gave
number
him a
80.
shot.
Marshall could have gotten there. God, change it to -6 in the morning. Okay. Yeah, so it's probably 5.5 leading up to the day of. I know. And Jared, for sure, you're right. This was crazy how awful we played and still had a chance.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So again, players are still fighting, but debatable on what they're fighting for. And this is the last one. This is the last Hail Mary. I think he tries to go he goes to the right, but I'm telling you, man, Jacoby almost had it, but he damn near almost threw it too early. But I thought I thought Jacoby had it.
Yeah, because honestly, I thought they both had it, and they give it to the offense.
Yeah, I thought Jacoby's going to wrestle it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I thought Jacoby was going to wrestle that shit away. But again, I'm just sitting there going, defense did do a good job. But I'm sitting there going, he gave Jacoby a chance, but could he have waited just just a split second longer to let the rest of the guys get down there?
Yeah, he had a little time. Yeah, he had time.
Maybe, but hey, that play gave us the first pick.
Hashtag SS.
We still got the first pick. One last time. God, only thing I'll say is, man, just at least let Brock Bowers get down there and get a shot.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Doesn't want to turn on. So that's it. That was the last of it. Yeah, but like shit, let Brock Bowers get down there. Give him a chance to jump ball. But
at the end of the day, it happened the way it happened.
Happened the way it was supposed to happen. That's what it is.
It is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. And yes, you know what I'm saying? Rebel house always wins. It does. Vegas wasn't built on winners. That's for damn sure.
Hey, they didn't beat me that day. I know that.
Yeah.
He said, "How bad is Kirk Cousins that we had multiple kicks blocked, a fumble, a safety, and 2 picks, and still almost that is crazy to think about." Like I said, I don't watch Kurt. I don't watch Kurt too often, but man, we dodged a bullet. I know people wanted us to go get him, and I'm good on him. I'm good.
Yeah. So and then I think it had us all of us sweating. Definitely, for sure. Ray Goon, I appreciate you, man, as well. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll end this real quick on this, guys. I appreciate everybody sticking through. But before we end it, make sure you guys hit that like button. I got Chris Protect the Show podcast. Make sure you guys go over, hit that subscribe button, like button on Real Talk Raider Nation, 805 Raider. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you. We do this every week. Just break down the film. But there was that last question. I believe it was about Ben Johnson as a potential head coach. We're going to end talking. We're not going to talk quarterback. We'll end talking about a potential head coach if Mark Davis does decide to move on. And so let's do this. Chris, we'll address the first question. What's your thoughts on Ben Johnson?
Great offensive mind. Very aggressive. I love a lot of his concepts. The thing is, I just I don't see him. I don't see him coming here. I don't see. I mean, unless he knew that we were going to get a certain quarterback, and he could have, the the say so, because I think at the end of the day, a lot of stuff still has to go through Telesco. But me personally, I know it's not popular. I like to see continuity. I'm not done with AP yet, but it's hard. It's hard to go against a Ben Johnson because we watch them. We watch how that offense really rolls. They're very dynamic and balanced. I think that's one thing that we really want, and I think that's what AP wanted for our team. To have a balanced offense. So I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think our situation is going to be desirable enough, because if I'm a new coach and I'm seeing, hey, you have a bad season or so with the Raiders, you're out of there. I don't know how desirable it'll be. So that's kind of my take.
I agree. And I think that's as much as I agree with Josh McDaniels leaving. That's the hard part, is it does send a message to any other coach that comes in, is that, look, you can be cutting a season and a half. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to block you. That's what's going to happen. So here's my thing.
Severe, man. Make sure you guys go follow my boy Severe too, man.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys go over there, hit that subscribe button with Severe. Yeah. So here's the only thing that I will say. And yep, White Raider, I agree. I actually, when he was brought on, I thought it was all Tom Brady, to be honest with you. But AP, I think, has a longer leash only because of all the injuries. You cannot excuse the injuries. We have had injuries day in and day out. If he did get Cliff Kingsbury, maybe we have a different situation because you have somewhat of a legitimate offensive coordinator, and that's who he wanted originally. Rumors have it that he didn't. True. He wanted an extra year.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And because Mark Davis wouldn't give it to him, and maybe that means AP only is on a 2-year. And so you got to give some leeway because of the injuries and the situation, and that AP actually wanted Cliff Kingsbury. So I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But here's my other thing. And the only reason why I was okay with the Josh McDaniels hiring and just willing to be like, hey, let's see if this guy works out, is if you look at the more successful teams in the NFL, they have hired offensive coordinators as head coaches because you don't run the risk, if you do find success, of losing him.
Exactly.
And that's the only reason why I would be okay with moving on from AP at this point. Maybe not the only reason, but part of the reason is if we moved on with AP and tried to get an offensive-minded head coach, I'm not going to say who I'd prefer because I don't know just yet, to be honest with you. It's because even if AP does work out, right? Let's watch when, and I'll give you, let's do a slight example.
CJ?
No. Look what happens when Ben Johnson does leave. Can Dan Campbell bring in another offensive coordinator to produce the same way, or is he going to go through some growing pains for 2, maybe 3 years trying to find an offensive coordinator that works, right? Like, what if all of a sudden by losing Ben Johnson, he falls back? And that's the thing. And that's what a lot of these, like, look at what happened when Tom Brady leaves, Josh McDaniel leaves, and all of a sudden Bill Belichick, he's not the same coach. He's not producing the same numbers. Right. And so that's my only reasoning behind potentially moving on from AP at this point, is because that's where everything's going. You look at Kyle Shanahan, you look at Andy Reid, you look at LaFleur, you look at what's his face over with the Rams. You got offensive minded coaches, head coaches that stick around, and you're not going to risk losing that offensive mind year over year. Once they have success, they move on. And so that's my only thing is got to comment. And what did he do this year to the Chiefs? He was a rookie last year. Are you talking about AP? That's what I'm guessing.
Oh no, he's debating.
Oh, he's debating. Okay.
He's debating Severe about AOC.
Okay. So that's my only thing, is that I want to have continued success. And the teams that are having continued success at this point are teams that, one, yes, have a quarterback, and two, have successful offensive minds at the head coaching position because you don't lose them.
Yeah.
And that's my only thing. The only coach, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only coach that was able to find either consistent success or was consistently successful or always competitive in recent years, that's a defensive-minded head coach.
Like Tomlin. Like
Well,
Tomlin.
yeah,
Like
I think maybe
after
Pete
Tomlin
Carroll.
won the Super Bowl, because he had Bruce Arians, and then he went to Todd Haley. So he was able to kind of still keep some, some decent offensive minds.
But I'm thinking like, Pete Carroll had a lot of success over at Seattle. He's a defensive-minded guy. He's able to bring some
Yeah.
good offensive coordinators in.
Who do you have running the show? I forgot who.
I
He had
forget. It was the guy that lost all credibility when they ran the slant route, when they had
Oh yeah, yeah,
Marshawn Lynch in the backfield.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like that's my
Yeah.
only that's my only thing, is that if we were to move on from AP, I would prefer us to go on the route of find an offensive-minded head coach that we can build an offense, and we now have somebody that could build a quarterback year in, year out.
Yeah.
That would be my preference.
You know what would be perfect, and I always think, like find like a good coordinator who's may have been a head coach before, and it just didn't work out, and they just know that's not for them, and they just want to like go off in the sunset, just running offense, being a great offense coordinator, kind of how like a like a Dick LeBeau did with the Steelers on the defensive side of it. You know what I'm saying? Where you just knew he was going to be the top defensive coordinator in the league, and he still wasn't going nowhere. He wasn't taking no calls to be a head coach. I think Monty Kiffin was kind of the same way too. I don't think Monty was never a head coach, but Monty was just cool with being the defensive coordinator and having a great defense, forever until we was ready to leave.
Yeah, I'm with you. And Easy Box, good to see you in the building, man. Todd Bowles is okay. I'll give you Todd Bowles. Yes. Todd Bowles has been doing some good things over. He brought in Tom Brady, won themselves a Super Bowl, and he's actually had some consistent success. He brought in Baker Mayfield and lost some offensive coordinators and still was able to produce some decent offense. So I'm with you. Yes. Todd Bowles is probably one that you can kind of slot in there as a defensive-minded guy that's had consistent success.
How you feel about and I feel like I'm the only one that's been bringing them up lately, man, but Bieniemy. Because I know, like, I feel like Bieniemy finally is probably understanding that he's not going to get a chance to be a head coach, because if he hasn't already, when he was at the top of the top, with the offenses, I know a lot of people was giving Andy Reid a lot of the credit, but we've seen that offense kind of slow down once Bieniemy left. What's your thoughts there?
I don't see, and this is the hard part, it's I don't know if what Bieniemy, the success that he had, was because of Andy Reid. Like I haven't seen much success with him outside of Andy Reid, right? And that's the hard part.
But he had what's his name looking pretty good. I mean, he had what's his name overachieving. What's his name?
Sam Howell, I think.
Yeah, he had Sam Howell playing pretty good, and at that point they had nothing. They had nothing over there.
It's trying. I think it's trying to, if you have one shot at this, right? Because if one shot for the next 4 or 5 years, right? Because the next coach, if AP is fired, what's going to happen is they're going to go out and go get a head coach, right? They're going to interview. They're going to do their due diligence. And so now you better give this guy 3 years. You better give this coach 3 years, because now
there's no way they're going to. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you better give him the time. AP, he was an interim. You gave it to him, but he almost got it by default, right? It was emotional fan base. The locker room wanted him. Great. But was it really the right decision because of his inexperience? Everybody wanted to say, compare to Dan Campbell. There's no comparison between AP and Dan Campbell. No comparison between the two. And so that's my thing, is I think AP was kind of given the job by default. He did not go through the proper process of just coaching to earn it. So I'm okay if we don't give him another chance. I'm okay because
I'm
I
still
don't
not
want
gonna
to.
down. I get what you're saying, but I can't downfall the effect that he had. I can't say he was just given. I feel like he earned it. Honestly, I feel like he earned it.
Yeah,
To be honest,
and yes, the Commanders did have some personality issues. I think they said he was too hard on them, type of thing.
yeah,
But again, that's just my thing. I think if we
I'm with you.
did move on from AP, then I would much prefer that offensive mind coach and try to start that process. And because again, I don't want to be trying to find an offensive coordinator every 2-3 years if we all of a sudden were successful. Like I think
True.
Dan
That's true.
Campbell was lucky as hell that Ben Johnson stuck around that last year because Ben Johnson should have been a head coach somewhere else last year,
Yeah,
but he stuck around.
I almost wonder if that man, but he look. I mean, they really goofed up on that in the playoffs. So, but I think that was more. That was probably more. No, that was probably more Campbell, like going for it
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
shouldn't have.
he went for it
Yeah, that
multiple
was more
times.
him. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
So that's just my take on it right now. Because honestly, again, I'm not off of AP because again, the injuries and stuff like that. That's why I don't think the offensive woes, the offensive struggles early in the season was all Lugetzi. No, we
No, me
saw
either.
it. We talked about it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
what
lot of
that
player execution. Absolutely.
execution and players missing randomly.
Yeah,
Now everybody that is on the AP train or Patrick Graham train, we're giving them the same excuses, right? So
agreed.
be consistent with it. But that's kind of my take. At the end of the day, if we move on from them, we do. But I definitely want to see us have an actual offensive minded head coach come in to kind of start that process. Steve, man, you
Shout
started
out
the
to
show
Steve,
on
my
point.
guy.
You ended on point. I appreciate you with the super chat. You're saying, is it crazy to think that Patrick Graham is doing what's best with what he has been given? He only gets practice squad or
Practice
wave.
squad or
Yeah,
yeah.
he only gets practice squad or wave players, and we still have Gunther players. Do we have a bunch of Gunther players still? I guess
I don't
because
think
I think
I don't think so. I
Nate
think
Hobbs,
Morg was I
Moreg.
think
Yeah, I think we do have some. You're right.
yeah. But
But
not too many though. Not too many. Diablo.
I
I mean that
I
class, yeah.
look, I 100% agree. Patrick Graham's doing a good job with what he has because he's got a bunch of injuries. Now, mind you, the defense is much easier, in my opinion, than the offense to put together, right? The offense has to work in a whole different way than the defense. And so, but the only issue that I've had in the past is all the miscues that we've seen. I mean, how many times do you see the I think it's like against the Cincinnati Bengals, right? Where they pumped the wide receiver screen and then Gesicki
Mm.
just goes up the middle,
Yeah.
untouched, and then bang, 60-yard touchdown. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
been a lot of miscues
Yeah.
on the defense that is solely on the coaching side. So that's the only thing that in my opinion, I've just been watching for the last, I'd say 2-3 games. Is how much is our defense still having the miscues? Because if they're continuing to have the miscues and just the brain farts during plays, that's all on Patrick Graham, and that's where it's concerning. But they played a hell of a game against the
Yeah.
Falcons. Didn't see those miscues outside of Jack Jones. That's definitely something that Jack Jones needs to clean up. But yeah, what's your thoughts?
Well, yeah, and then for PG, I think I think he plays well against our division rivals. You know,
Mhm.
I think he knows how to pretty much contain. I won't say contain, but I mean he usually has a good game plan against Mahomes.
He does.
I mean, remember
Right.
against Gunther and all them, like Mahomes will have ungodly numbers against us. You know, we'll have
Yeah,
times
right.
where Kelsey's like by himself. You know, Kelsey's like in the getting 4 touchdowns on us, and no one's even in the screen. So like I don't see
Exactly.
stuff like that as much. But yeah, he's working with a lot of guys that just flat out wouldn't be playing on other teams. So and I know injuries are a big part of it, but losing Malcolm Kuntz, 2 days before the season opener on a freak non-physical
Non-contact
injury.
injury. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't it's hard to plan for that because we came into this thinking we're going to come after them with our 2 dogs on the outside, and couldn't do it, man.
Yeah. And so here's my thing. And I'm gonna kind of end it with this. And the one guy I want to give a big shout out to is Rob Leonard, our defensive line coach.
Yeah. He's
Him
getting those guys going.
turning Adam Butler into what he's been. You got Jonah Lalu that is starting to produce. You have Caleb on Chasen
Yeah.
that is starting to kind of revive his career a little bit. I mean, what he did with Malcolm Kuntz, what he's continued to do with Max Crosby, it's just like,
What's his name that he had the DUI, but he was coming on for a while
Snowden.
for us. Yeah.
So big shout out to Rob Leonard. I don't know what his future looks like in the league, whether he, because I think he was I want to say he was like a tight end or I think it was a linebacker. I think
probably linebacker because he has that swag about him. He had to be on the defensive side as well.
But big shout out to him. I don't know what his future looks like in the league. I don't know if one day he is going to end up being the defensive coordinator. I'm sure he will be at some point.
Yeah, you could tell.
But big shout out to him, man, because what he's been able to develop with our defensive line is pretty impressive. Throughout all the injuries, Christian Wilkins goes down, Malcolm Kuntz goes down, and we still get ourselves a pretty decent pass rush.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so that's what I'm saying. Hey, man, you're finished off the show too, man. I appreciate you as well. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate everybody. Hey, all I want for Christmas is an O-line and a great OC for 2025. I think that's what we're all asking for.
That is all we want, man.
In a number one
quarterback. We got to start there. A quarterback.
And a quarterback. Exactly. So, but man, shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure you hit that like button where you're ever at. You got Chris, Protect the Shield podcast. You got 805 Raider, Real Talk, Raider Nation. We try to do this after every single game. We also try to hit you guys after the game. So stay tuned. But if we don't see you guys next week, make sure you guys have a great holiday. Make sure you guys be safe. Make sure I hope you guys all enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you guys go over to our guy Severe as well. The Severe Raider. Make sure you guys go hit the subscribe button over there, man. He's usually with us. Couldn't make it today, but he's usually with us, man. Got to give a shout out to him and make sure you say what's up. So, Chris, man, any last words?
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, man, make sure you guys definitely
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, man. Check me out. Got a guy that works within the Raider organization. Does a lot of like community stuff for the Raiders, but I think it's just going to be a breath of fresh air to kind of have some conversation about stuff beyond, just Raider, the performance. Just, I think it'll be a good deep dive of just looking at Raiders in another light, man. So I'm definitely excited about the conversation, man, but make sure you guys check in, man. So if you guys are not subscribed to me already, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up. And also, if you guys are subscribed to me and not my boy 805, make sure you guys just go over there, man. Click the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and do the same for my brother Severe as well, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And usually I do some individual videos, but because of the holiday season stuff, I'm not doing it. I just like jumping on with you guys for right now. I'll start doing some videos again, but I appreciate everybody in the building. And yes, if you guys are in the area, make sure you guys try to make it to a game. I know it's crazy, but only if you're in the area. Don't be spending thousands because, man, we all know
tickets are cheap now, though. Tickets are cheap.
They're real cheap. They are cheap. And yes, we do need some more fans in Las Vegas. I'm trying to make it happen. I'm in the Vegas area. You know what I'm saying? And so I see how scarce the Raider fan base is here. And so, you got to hit the young fans, and at the same time, you got to put some W's up because then the bandwagon fans will come out. And
for sure.
Severe, man.
And he's going to find a nice young lady and give her the part.
Now YouTube's going to kick you off. That's what they're going to do.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. Severe had to come in and end the show like that. But, yeah, man. No, Chris. Hey, appreciate you. Let's definitely link up this weekend. Chat, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, wherever you're at. We'll hit you guys out and have a great, again, if you're not with us on Sunday, be safe. Have a great holiday, and we'll see you guys on the next one. We're out.